So, those of you that know me know that I usually do previously on, and this would be Giants of the Starforge. I'm going to change it up a little bit, and this will probably be a shocker to you, but I would like one of you to try to summarize last session.
I mean, I guess I should
Are
take
there
myself
any
out of the running.
volunteers?
I'll do it.
I can't. I don't think it's fair
Why? Why don't you think it's fair for you to do it?
because
Well, he edited the video.
I
Sure.
just got the
Possibly.
video up 2 days ago, and I fucking marathon
So he
ran it.
really
So
knows.
I feel like I have a pretty good understanding for summarization. So it's just unfair.
I mean,
I
that's fine too.
Okay,
I
maybe
don't.
if no one else wants to, but Harrison's already said he. So
Yeah,
please
I'll
let
do
him.
it. I don't remember names of like anyone. I'm just letting you know
Okay,
that.
so we can all help out with that.
Yeah, I have an Obsidian tab, but I am too.
You're good. It's okay.
So, yeah, I guess go ahead. Start us off with where we all started and what went down. And if your events are out of order a little bit, that's okay. And if you don't know a character's name, obviously you can just describe them and we can tell you.
So previously on what is it, Starforge,
Giants of the Starforge,
Giants of the Starforge.
He's got it. We're good.
There we go. Not
Previously on
no
Giants
D
of
on the end of
Starforged.
forged.
All of our wonderful players started off in a wonderful, beautiful bucket of purple, otherwise known as the tavern. One of the characters was asking around the bar, wanting to try to find out more information about the Starforge and what they could find out, and ended up finding little information about it, but enough that her interest was still piqued.
That was Argento. As a
Argento.
he. Yep.
Argento was the wonderful hero that decided to do all this. We met a very intriguing Australian man who seems to have been gone for much longer than he expected.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Coming back into what he thought was a few days later, but seemed to be much longer. We don't know exactly why this happened.
Okay.
During the hero's time at the tavern, a man burst from the back room, clearly drunk, and started to discuss and ask for assistance in retrieving his uncle who had been kidnapped.
Not drunk at all.
Oh,
but yes, his uncle.
Asking for assistance from whoever would do so, clearly seeing a very specific few that he thought might be better than the rest, and made those intentions known very clearly to the rest of everyone during the time of asking for help. I don't remember who took them. I just remember that he was taken.
So think to the title of the campaign. Okay, there's a thing there in it.
Did the giants take them?
Maybe
Rim
just try. Let's see
No.
what happens.
The fire giants took him.
It's an
Um,
interesting
Guy,
choice.
paying attention.
Do you know their name?
No.
Rim
So
Scarda.
okay.
Yeah, we didn't get that until I think the later.
Yeah.
The Fireside Monastery.
No, just kidding.
So, giving the information that he had, stating that our first, the first thing that we should probably do is go to the Temple of the Fire Giants, which is a temple monastery or so that was created to wrestle or teach people how to defeat fire giants, due to the fact that they ran rampant through the lands long ago.
Okay.
After one of our heroes, I was drinking. I apologize.
Yep. No, you're good.
After one of our heroes made breakfast and the others sat and ate and drank, they left in the morning to go to the monastery and discuss and find out what they could about information along the lines of what the fire giants were doing or why they were doing it and how they could better defeat them. Get any information that they could. They went there, spoke with the head person who was named insert person's name here in white text.
Does anybody remember
Whose name?
the leader of the Fireside Monastery?
No, I did not put that down.
It reminded me of Giza or something along those
Close.
lines.
Was it Jesus?
It was not Jesus.
Was it Jesus?
It was Diasma.
Diasma.
Oh, I was wrong.
Yeah. Okay.
Asthma. Diasma.
I
After-
had to resist really hard making a diazepam joke.
After Argento let some suave moves out, Diasmo, we were able to talk to and find more information about the history of the land and what was going on and why this monastery was there and what they were doing and everything like that. And the heroes found out that they had to complete a set of trials to prove themselves worthy of knowing the information as well as bettering themselves for what was going on.
Okay. Did
And that's-
anybody feel like we have anything missing from that? From Jacques Cousteau.
Oh, also during the time of our heroes traveling, more discussions about what was going to occur with the uncle did happen.
What was going to what?
Occur with
Every-
the uncle.
Everybody's
Oh,
own
occur with the
interpreta-
uncle. Okay. Yeah.
Everyone's kind of
Everybody's
goal.
own
Yeah.
goal with the uncle was made clear during that time, or at least discussed during that time.
Okay. Anybody else feel like he's missing anything important? I'm not saying that he is. I'm just asking.
He's not
If-
saying that I'm stupid. He's just telling me I'm retarded.
Maybe.
That's okay.
I don't think so, but if that's how you want to take it, man.
There's also a water issue.
Okay.
That was about it in my notes.
Oh, yep. The problem that the Starforge is contaminating the water due to the fact that one of the wards was damaged somehow, and that we would either need to recarve the rune on the
We
pillar,
one.
aka fucking
Emery's.
Emrys, would either need to recarve the rune, which he does have the ability to do so, or we would need to replace the pillar, and he would need to carve a new one.
Okay.
But the water is being contaminated and causing issues throughout the town.
Anybody else?
I think the only thing I didn't hear, but I might have just missed it, is did you mention that we kind of did at least learn the nature of the trials at the?
I spoke that we
Monastery.
learned about them. I didn't go into
Didn't mention
detail
what
about
they were.
so the
Yeah. I mean, we do know them. I don't know if it matters. Just
yeah, we
wasn't sure.
learned that the first the first trial would be to carry a stone across a pit of lava. That the second trial we would be standing on wooden posts covered in a magical type of mud underneath a waterfall. And the last, there's 3 trials if I remember correctly, and the last trial was to climb a mountain using a rope.
I believe that's
Okay.
correct. Yeah.
I would say that's pretty good. It's good to know what you guys think is going on in the campaign, right? So that's why I'm asking if anybody thinks anything that is important that
guess
might have been
the
left out would be good to know.
Only tiny detail is that at one point it was mentioned a dragon was in the forge.
Oh, yep. A
So
dragon
we
been
don't
in the forge for over
necessarily
100
know
years.
if that's still there. I mean, players might have certain ideas one or another if they have concepts, but as
That was
characters,
learned-
we just know that it was seen there. So kind of.
That was learned from one of the initial people that Argento spoke to in the tavern.
Yes, sir. A couple of them.
Yep.
A dwarf and
Yep.
a town guard both mentioned it pretty
The
heavily.
dwarf made clear that he came here for 50 years ago, and he had
It was
been
at least
there
the
first.
dragon's been here at least 100 years. Yes, I believe you're correct
Yep.
on that. Yep.
Okay. And with that, we'll start the second session of Giants of the Starforge, and we'll pick up at the monastery where you guys had left off after Diasma had explained the 3 challenges before you, seeing if you are worthy enough to go up against fire giants individually and as a group, and Um, we'll see which challenge you guys want to start with first. If you don't have any questions for her initially, we'll just go right into it.
I
Okay.
think the only thing that we need to discuss about the trials is if I'm assuming that we plan on doing them in quote unquote order.
Is there an order?
I mean, in the order that they were spoken to us.
I was under the impression that we're not required
No,
to do all of these.
we're not required. Everyone is not required to do them, but it's to have as many people try as they can. And
So you
those
just
who
want to
can't-
try and assign numbers now, is what you're thinking?
Well, I'm just thinking. I'm assuming it's not. We have to do them all at once. Like it's not like we have to split off. But my thing was, we should figure out like okay, who is going to go do what or everything like that.
Yeah, that's what I meant by assign numbers now. So we can definitely do that. The only issue I have is I think there are a few tinier details that we do need to learn about the challenges. So I think we have a pretty fair understanding of the rock one from last session.
Yeah.
The only one I need a little more clarification on, and I guess Fred, maybe this is a question for Diazepam over here. If the second one, the second challenge, or at least the second as far as our count, the waterfall challenge, is there a potential of being harmed by the waters of the waterfall? Are they fierce enough to potentially do physical damage? Oh, you're muted. At least we can see it.
There is a potential for injury, death, unconsciousness, TPKs
Nice.
on all of these challenges.
Okay, so I know you generally like to be vague, so I'm just going to ask this. Of course, feel free to do as you will. I get the feeling that, for the rope challenge, of course, if you climb way high up and then fall, I get that. The fire one, I get it. You're walking across some lava. The waterfall one, I guess maybe if you drown. But I guess maybe we can also discuss this more when we get to it, is maybe an answer you can give me if it makes more sense. But realistically, if we're trying to plan how many of us can do challenges, Aura would be capable to do any, challenges where she'd have to take damage and then maintain through it, because it would just disappear her.
Yes.
So I would want to just be upfront with the party to take her out of the running, so we don't just immediately lose her and then all of a sudden we have one extra opponent to go up against. But again, maybe I need an insight check when we get there or something. Like, feel free to brush me off till later until I can learn more or something.
I would say, or Diasma would tell you that all challenges have had injuries
Mhm.
to the challengers
Okay.
at some point or another. And if there wasn't injuries, then it really wouldn't be much of a challenge.
Okay, makes sense. I guess just for me as a player, is it even worth trying to ask to insight check challenges when we get there to see if it looks like something Aura could do, quote unquote, or is it just I have to kind of make a judgment? I don't mind either one, of course.
I mean, you could pass all the saves or dodge all the damage, right? There's that potential.
Okay.
How lucky you are, or how good your saves are, or
Mm-hmm.
that's your character.
Okay. I guess just for clarification though, is there a way that I'd be able to intuit through a roll more information, or is it just not? I've already learned as much as I can through Diasma.
Yeah, I would say that's about all the information you would get.
Totally fine.
It wouldn't be a challenge without somebody getting hurt,
No, makes sense.
is what I would say.
Totally fine. So, I guess if we want to try and answer Harrison's question now,
Which
I would,
question
I
was
would
that?
just
Sorry.
be. He wanted to try and assign, how many people we think we would approach each challenge.
Oh, yep.
So I would just say let's just take the conservative estimate, and
You can
I
do one at a time. So if you
Okay.
guys do one and then don't pass and you want to throw more people at the next one, you're able to change it up and do whatever. Or
Well, but so say the fire challenge, just to set an example. Are you saying that Octavius could walk it, and if he fails, someone else could try after, or we have to still set
no,
the
it
first?
all
Yeah,
yeah,
happens
the
at once
challenge
still. Yeah.
each challenge happens all at once.
Right. Okay.
But the 3 challenge happened individually.
All right. So then, yeah, there's an easy way to do that. I guess conservatively is as many people as can do the fire challenge should do the fire challenge. I think we discussed that at the end of last one. It made the most sense because we do run out of people. Like there are people who physically can't. So I think Harrison, can your character carry 200 pounds? I know Chris probably has a way, and we know Hutch's character definitely can. But I believe it was discussed that Argento and Morwin cannot even carry the 200.
Carrying capacity, I could only move 5 feet a turn if I grabbed it, unless I did enlarge reduce on it or on me.
You could reduce the boulder. They did mention magic is a viable alternative.
Oh, I get that. I was also thinking that if we gave Octavius the boulder and it was reduced, he could just run across.
I guess we would just need to clarify when we get there if you're allowed to cast magic on. Actually, maybe we asked at the end of last time because I feel like we did. Can he cast magic on something and then give it to Octavius if he's not part of the challenge? He has to kind of be a participant himself, right? Nobody would. Since we technically
You're
don't
saying
know your
you
name.
want to aid another player while not
Participating. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
participating.
you told us you have to participate, right?
Yeah, let me see if they have the exact wording for this.
Absolutely. I remember you mentioning it at the end of the last session, but it was like one of the last things. So
Yeah. One fireside giant wrestler competes in each contest against any characters who take part. Purposely dealing damage to another competitor immediately disqualifies the attacker. Other forms of interference, such as tripping or distracting, are permitted but considered poor play. Using magic and supernatural abilities is not only allowed, but expected.
So there's nothing about. Okay. So then it would be allowed.
I guess it doesn't. I mean, did I miss it saying no outside help, no outside participation?
Doesn't
No.
say that you can't aid a competitor,
So theoretically,
contestant.
yeah, you could reduce the boulder. Octavius could pick it up and carry it, reduced weight. If we think that matters, is it? I guess that point the question becomes: is it better to let him try and carry the full boulder and let someone who couldn't carry the full boulder go it across, so we have at least an extra roll, or do we want to just stack it on him for a better chance at the success on him?
There can only be one winner, right?
I believe that's correct. Yeah, but is it?
We're all winners here.
Yeah, is it group wide? If one succeeds, pretty much everyone gains a benefit, or is that more at an individual at the end? I think you told us it's individualized last time.
Mm-hmm.
If
So
one of us wins, the group
as long
wins.
as one of the characters, as one of the party members, wins the contest, the party earns the prize.
Okay.
So just stack buffs. Just make the
If-
boulder
okay.
small for me.
So we want
and
to.
then
Okay, that's fine. If we want to just stick it all onto one roll, that's totally cool.
give me the football.
That's fine.
Okay, so what does everyone else have?
I have
Magic-wise?
nothing. I can just keep myself alive if I'm in a pinch.
Yeah, I think that was the only spell at the end of the day that actually could have helped us was Enlarge Reduce. Chris has some class abilities that he might be able to use, he said, but the one spell he thought up, I think Fred shot down, unless he wants to try it again and Fred gives you a different answer. He might have forgotten. Good luck.
You have a
It's been a long
video-
day.
He hasn't seen through the whole thing yet. I don't think he
And
got
yeah,
that far.
I just got up to the Fireside Monastery on
He's
the,
about
on
2
the
hours
video,
in.
so.
All right, moving on though, just to finish the planning. Second challenge in the waterfall. I mean, Argento would definitely step forward and offer to try that one. Seems like something he'd actually is kind of interested in doing in general. Aura would probably shake her head no, thinks it's too dangerous for her constitution. So that's at least one. I don't know who else would want to try on that one.
What is the waterfall thing? What is it?
You sit or stand on pillars under a waterfall. Something about mud. I don't remember actually. That Harrison mentioned.
Yeah, Harrison said it good. So you sit or stand on a wooden pillar covered in magical mud, and you try to stay there as the waterfall pounds down on you for as long as you can.
I can
Last
also do
person
that.
standing or sitting, touching the pillar wins.
My dex isn't great, but I have a +10 athletics, so
Well, that could be Constitution though.
it is.
Yeah,
Definitely
it could be a myriad of things. I mean, whatever. If you think it sounds like something your character might want to try or would be good at, just put your hand in. Like I said, I'm one of two, so
And if you want, we can just do the
the first one and
fire
then
one
figure it out.
first, and
Yeah, let's do
then
the fire one first.
figure out whatever else.
That's fine.
Let's do fire
Um,
first.
I was just
And
trying
and
to
I
answer
say
Harris's
fire, but I
question,
mean lava pit, right? Because that's the one you
Right,
guys talked
right.
about the most.
we'll call it the carrying one or the stone one first then.
It's
Make it a little
called the
clearer.
Cloud Giant's Grace.
Okay. Because the grace of a cloud giant is like a stone across a volcanic river. What the fuck?
Is carrying a heavy burden across treacherous.
Are we doing
terrain.
anything related to hill giants? Because I kind of want to maintain.
Is that
my
the easy one? You want to
intelligence.
do that one?
No,
We
I'm
just need
just
to
worried that
be
it has
Jim
something to do with
Carrey.
braining ourselves.
Yeah.
You
Yikes.
just need to be Jim Carrey and Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
There we go.
We'll be able to survive everything.
Okay.
Just crawl out of the rhino's ass.
So I think I'm gonna have to place your tokens.
Yeah, it was being funny before, but we'll see.
This one, this one,
Whoa,
this one, this one, and this one. Okay. So
Oh god.
there you go.
What I meant to do.
The starting line is up top. Yep, up here. So anybody that wants to start can place their characters at the starting line. Anybody else can, place their characters back here.
Oh, we can't watch.
Yeah, just back here. I would not be in the field of play.
Okay. So
So
the field
you're going
just okay.
from
So that's actually an interesting clarification then. So the field of play is
from-
anything in front of this line essentially.
yes, from this line to this line.
So like I could have him theoretically like sit up here or stand up here on the lava rocks to watch.
Yes, yes.
Okay. That's all I'm looking for.
You just want to be not in this vicinity.
All right, so now the question becomes: Do we have Octavius just take a normal boulder and make one
No.
smaller to give someone else?
No,
Well,
we asked that
let's-
earlier.
let's
He said
talk-
he wants to stack it all on one person, which I think is fine if that's what we want to try.
Let's talk in character to each other now.
That's a fair point.
I'm not doing character voices today.
That's fine.
That's okay.
Just let us know when you are charactering and when you're not.
All right, can you pop Aura down next to me as well, just as a
Oh,
character? Since we're doing character notes, let's do characters. So I guess. Well, that's definitely not what I was expecting. This is. I've never been in a dormant lava pit before.
I've
Yes.
flown around these for years, but never been in one. Who?
Smells like shite.
Yeah, I think that's sulfur. If I.
Oh,
had
I
to
know what it is,
guess.
son. I just think it smells like shite.
Oh, okay. So who's gonna run this one? Cause I'm definitely gonna be incapable. Just like eyes, what I'm assuming is a pile of boulders nearby that just look huge.
Well, I'll give it a good run for my money.
Do you want a cheer squad, and I can try?
You do you, son?
Which one of you would like to lighten your burden, per se?
I'll walk over to where are the boulders? Sorry, my shoes.
You see Emery's just stretching in the corner.
I'm just gonna say the boulders are next to me and Chris right here. Do you want us to roll anything to pick it up? I can pick it up, no problem. But
No, I mean if you have the carrying capacity,
I
then
do.
you should be able to
a
pick it up
200-pound
without
boulder and I have
issue.
80 pounds on me, so I have 300-pound capacity. So, I'll just pick it up and like Atlas put it on my shoulder and go. If you can make it lighter, I can run further.
Hey, you might want to take a couple steps that way, mate.
No, I'm fine here. We're not gonna run into each other.
So, it's Octavius. Was that right?
Yes.
I think he's saying that more because he needs space, not because he
Oh.
doesn't like you. Don't worry.
While this is going on, you'll just see as Jaqueen kind of snaps his finger or claws. He clicks his claws together, talons, and you'll see the boulder start to shrink down.
Who's Boulder?
Octavius's.
No, Emery's I thought was the one that
No, it was Octavius.
was it. Oh,
No,
sorry.
'cause I haven't. I have a feeling of what's going on, so it'll be Octavius's.
Gotcha. That's fine.
Okay.
I misunderstood.
So any spells you use, if you could just link them to the chat so that people, if they're watching, they can know what they are.
Oh, that did not do what I wanted. Okay.
Are we gonna be in turn order in a moment?
Yeah, I'm gonna have you roll initiative so that we have, in order to
I
it.
just want to know because I'm gonna
Harrison.
cast a spell when we start. So that's a minute.
Or Emery's. You hit it first. All right. Harrison still has to hit his.
I forgot how jumping works.
So are you
Okay,
trying
that's-
to?
That's good that you ask. A long jump or a high jump?
Yeah.
A long jump.
Okay,
Nope.
so a long jump, you take your strength, your strength score, not your modifier, and
Yeah.
you add that to that. That's the distance you can long jump. And if you move at least 10 feet before that, then you get the full strength score. If you don't move at least 10 feet before that, then you get half of it.
Yes. That is correct.
Is
And
this
all of
actual
it.
lava? Are we
And
taking...
all of it takes movement, by the way. So you can't like Baldur's Gate it, where you go to the edge of your 30 feet movement and jump with the last 10 feet and jump
Yeah.
another 10 feet with your strength. It's just that is part of your movement. So
There's 20 feet. Okay, I can do that. Yeah. What? I'm assuming this is like actual lava. We're gonna be taking like.
So,
the, like
so this whole, I couldn't find a better image, right? But this whole field is a lava field that is crested over. So this section in the middle here, where you see it's dark red, is not actually exposed lava. Okay, so this is all hardened lava in this area here.
Why are you so big?
Does
Read the
that
text.
makes sense to you?
Polymorph for him,
Yeah.
and you now have a 25-pound boulder.
25. Is that what it is? Can
Yeah.
I not? There we go. That's what I wanted.
And I'll relink the spell because it didn't seem to come through.
no, it did for us.
You
You're good.
did. It came through polymorph.
Oh,
Yeah, I
it didn't.
did.
It didn't actually pop up for me.
Yeah, it
Where-
came through for us. You're good.
it didn't pop up for me. Mine did. His did not.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I
his
have
did.
all of them.
Yeah, 3 minutes ago.
So the boulder now weighs 25 pounds.
Yep.
Oh yeah. DM, can I roll to skateboard on my shield?
Can you roll to skateboard on your shield?
I think that it would probably
I
be
mean,
best.
yes,
just to
you can
walk.
roll to skateboard on your shield. Does your shield have wheels on it?
It's more of a sliding effect.
Okay.
to it.
Fred, I
So
thought
your
you
shield does
played
not
Breath
have
of the
wheels.
Wild. You don't need to.
Yeah. I'm seeing a breath in a while. This thing just slide across the top of it.
But your durability on your shield is gonna just go way down.
That's fine.
Hopefully you have a Hylian one, otherwise you're fucked.
I do actually. It's got a little crest on it. It has, I
well.
think, Zelda's crest on it. What?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
this
So
guy.
Zelda's the
Poser.
main protagonist, right?
so yeah. So
I love
we
Zelda.
have-
He's so hunky.
we have reduced the size of the boulder for Octavius, right?
Mhm.
We have Emerus that cast polymorph on himself to turn himself into a giant ape. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Okay. And we have Aura of Vitality. Is that
I'm
you're
gonna
just
cast that.
letting
when we
us
go into turn
know?
order. Yeah. Because I just
Okay.
have a feeling we're gonna take damage, and as soon as we're in turn order, I'm gonna cast that as my first action, then just have it up.
Okay. And healing energy radiates within 30 feet of you. Till the spell ends, the aura moves with you, centered on you. You can use a bonus action to cause one creature in the aura, including you, to regain 2d6 hit points.
Yes.
So we can make an aura on
I'm
you,
doing
I
that now.
believe. You're doing it?
The
Okay.
only question that I have is, does it cost an action to pick up the boulder?
You might want to choose a different color.
You don't like poop brown?
Or probably make it a little more transparent so you can actually see the ground. Does it take an action to what?
pick up the boulder?
You start with holding the boulder.
Okay.
If we were gonna do
There
that,
you
I
go.
didn't see-
That's way better.
I
could've
didn't see the
just gone do
transparency
the whole
slider.
thing
That's really
myself.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Anybody else wanting to do something before we start?
Not until after we start, baby. I got some RPing to do though.
Let's see this.
Emery's is a giant ape. Like, are you like a King Kong looking motherfucker, or are you like a chimpanzee?
King Kong.
Kong.
I mean, it says it in the word, giant ape.
It does say giant ape.
Where's Jack Black when you need him?
Says the new form can be any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's. The target's what? Oh, the target's challenge rating. Sorry, that because usually you cast it on somebody else, so that makes sense. That wording, or the target's level. Okay. Awesome. So yeah, giant ape is definitely creature rating of 7, so that is well below your level. Anybody else doing anything?
Nope. I think he has the reduced boulder size, so
Okay, just gonna move up to warriors.
I hope that one of
We'll
them
be
is just
going.
real intimidated as it has to approach a giant ape. I
Yeah,
know
I mean,
we were trained
they're-
to fight giants, but oh my god, I think that thing could kill me with the shit it throws.
They're definitely looking at that and going, WTF, like I'm gonna start the combat tracker. I'm going to remove anybody that's not in this race. We'll add
Can I have a spot
Octavius,
to
yeah,
do a thing?
Emrys, if you want to roll initiative.
Actually, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'll just do it on someone else's turn.
Whoops. Add.
Is it an action to jump? It doesn't say anything.
A jump? No, that's movement.
That's just movement. Okay.
A jump is just pure
Yeah, I didn't know
movement.
if it was. Yeah. It's like a bonus action and then that. Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like we have. Oh, that's
So
right.
you
You
just
guys
said
have. I was
A
trying to figure
jump
out
is
why you
part
had.
of movement, yeah?
Yeah.
It
Yes,
takes some
jump is
movement, yeah.
considered movement. It's not an action.
Okay.
Yeah, so here each competitor must carry a 200-pound boulder. Apparently, only a 25-pound for Octavius because of reduced spell. Across a 150-foot lava field. I don't know if you guys have measured it, but it's actually a little bit longer than 150 feet. It's at finish line is 170 feet away, so it's a little bit more difficult today. If the boulder touches the ground, the competitor is disqualified. The first competitor to reach the other end of the lava field without dropping the boulder wins. And the lava field is a smooth tack of hardened lava that still smolders with intense heat. So as you guys are down here, you do notice that. And we did initiatives, and it looks like one of the warriors is going first with a 21.
Ooh, baby, baby.
And then it will be Emerus, Octavius, and the other warrior.
So, just to make sure that I'm not thinking stupidly, contestants trying to attack one another is discouraged, but not allowed.
It's allowed, but they frown upon it.
Okay.
So I'll read that part again. So, purposefully dealing damage to another competitor immediately disqualifies the attacker. Other forms of interference, such as tripping or distracting, are permitted but are considered poor play. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So with this, we are going to start. This is number 1, this is number 2. Okay? So this guy picks up the boulder, and he is going to go, each square is 10 feet, guys. So it's 10, 20, 30, 40. Actually, we'll go here for 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. Has 40 feet of movement and lands there.
Do I need to stay within
Wait.
30 feet of Hutch during this time for the spell?
No.
No.
Once
Not
the spell
unless
is
it
active, it is
says-
active.
Okay.
Now, if you take damage, on the other hand, spell you have to make your Constitution check,
Yeah, no,
and
that's
spell
why.
goes bye-bye.
That's why I was asking.
Okay. So now this guy. Let's do this. It's not the right page. Oh, that doesn't have a calculator. That's funny.
Why is it 10 feet per grid? What?
Because
It's a big map.
that's the spacing.
Oh, I was just looking at the ruler trying to figure this out, and it was I thought it was still doing the 5 foot per grid thing.
No, this is 10 feet. Otherwise, if it was 5 feet, it would be too short.
Gotcha.
Okay. So the first warrior goes out, picks up the boulder. You can see as the warrior doesn't seem to have trouble carrying the boulder and walks out 40 feet into the lava field. Stops, and you guys do start to smell something burning.
Little smoky smoky.
Their measly pride.
Emrys, it is your turn.
Alright, so I know you put the calculations for a long jump in here. Cover
It's
a
your
number of
strength
feet up
score?
to your strength score if you move
Yeah.
at least 10 feet forward on foot immediately before the jump when you make a Okay, so
So
I'm
you have to
going
run 10
to-
feet, and then you get your strength score of not touching the ground. And then you have whatever movement you have left.
Cool. I'm gonna run 30 feet and then jump my strength score.
Okay.
And because I am currently in monkey form, that is a 26 for strength. Sorry, 23 for strength.
Yes.
What's your
But
total
you would only
movement?
be able to move a total of 40 feet.
Yeah, it's your still
even
capped
if
by your movement.
I moved 30. I'm Wait, what? So
You're
I can't jump
You're still capped
exceeding
by
my...
your total. No, if you read that same thing, it
Yeah.
says either way, each foot that you clear on the jump costs a foot of movement.
Oh,
So you
then
can
fuck
only
that, I'll
still
stay on
go
the
to your
ground.
max distance.
You could also
yeah.
just dash too.
There is no dashing on any of
There's no
the
dashing.
on
What?
any of the
Oh.
competitions.
Well, then...
Ooh, that's interesting.
there's
Otherwise,
no
I would have
dash.
just made it longer so that way, because everyone's just gonna dash.
Well,
That
yeah,
was
but I
kind of the
assumed
point.
I assumed that was actually part of the point as well. Characters that had more dashes just could naturally do it faster because they were quicker characters or something, you know. No worries either way.
I picked the wrong creature to turn into then.
It was never like a timed task per se.
No, but it's whoever gets there first wins.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
correct. First past the post. Let's go, baby.
So
Just
it's
trip a motherfucker. Use your
I,
tail.
that you. I don't have a tail. I'm a monkey.
Throw poop.
You're an
Yeah,
ape,
throw poop.
I would say though, Chris,
not a monkey.
there is an argument. Well, I guess it is front to front. I mean,
Yeah, front to front.
You're bigger is the only thing I'm thinking. Is there some way you can take advantage of your size? So
I could get in
I-
front of him theoretically,
it
and he would have to go
prevents-
around. But like,
Yeah, it prevents people from,
moving around. as
people that
easily,
are behind him are gonna have more difficult time
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you're
unless he allows them to pass through.
Okay.
Okay.
that's it. Just it ruins what I would plan to do if I can't dash. So I should have picked the other creature. Oh well. Lesson learned. If I lose polymorph, I can just use it again and turn into the one I planned on turning as Plan B.
You could also end polymorph if you wanted to.
I can't carry the boulder without being in polymorph. Like I have to lie
that's
flat
true.
under the boulder and let it sit on me while I transform into the next one.
That's true.
on hot
Because
coals.
it does.
What if I pick up your boulder?
No. I planned what I'm doing. It's just I also expected to be able to dash and use that to my advantage,
Yeah. No, I get
You
that.
wanted to clear this in 2 rounds and be done with it.
more or less.
So,
Um,
regardless, before you move on, Fred,
okay.
just as a character note, once they see this gigantic monkey run off, Argento and
It's an
are
ape.
both fair, are both kind of like pumping their arms, trying to cheer him on. And they're like, Argento, of course, the only voice that rings out, but he's like, what was it I wanted to say? It was, go, Emrys, go. Go, Emrys, go. Power of nature makes you greater. Go, Emrys, go. He sees giant monkey man. He happy.
He turns to see you with the boulder in one hand and just thumbs up in the other.
Thumbs up back from both of them.
Awesome. So so you end your turn there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because of my misconceptions, yes, I cannot do much more than that.
Okay.
Unless you allow me to like do that because I'm technically still moved 40 feet. I'm just bigger.
Huh?
I don't
Don't worry
think
about it.
your character
Okay.
didn't move, so.
Yeah.
So now that you've moved onto the lava field,
I know. Damage time, right?
and you've ended your turn there, you will be taking 19 fire damage.
Ooh, boy.
Okay.
If you can make a
Hang on, I gotta put my temp
DC
HP
10.
in here for a second because 157 for the monkey, minus 10. You said 19?
19. Yeah. And then have you make a concentration check.
Yep.
Or save or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw, because I'm
Yeah.
a ye old war mage.
A monkey.
I passed the check.
Amazing. So you're still a giant ape.
Yep.
And you are out there in the field. Next is Octavius's turn.
That's not me.
No, that's me. And then
You're not Octavius till Sunday.
I know.
yeah, sorry, I picked a similar Roman
Nah,
name.
it's fun. It's just fun.
We can use magic on the other characters here too, right? That are in here.
What do you mean?
Using
On the other
magic was
warriors.
considered
On the
was
other
not only
warriors?
allowed but expected. So it's your
Okay.
call.
I have an idea.
If-
I'm just waiting for this.
Yep.
I'm just doing math right now for this. I'm not actually moving this. I'd land there.
Okay, so you moved 30 feet.
Yep.
Kind of.
Yeah, that's where I am. Yeah.
I do want to make sure you're aware that the end line is where it is. So that's those 5 squares after the line, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Emrys can try and plug it up with his asshole, basically. No one move past giant monkey bottom.
Actually, I'm gonna.
I wonder if I can do that.
We're about to find out, my dude.
I'm gonna cast
On your
command
next
drop.
turn.
You're going to cast command on who?
The person directly to my right over here. This thing.
Okay. The only other warrior that's out there.
Yeah.
And you're saying drop?
Yep.
Okay. Post the spell and
Third level too. Or no, is it only one level per thing? Is it just extra people?
it would be more people at higher levels.
Oh yeah, so just at first level then. Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, you could do it at a higher level and target both of them potentially.
Yeah.
60 feet. It's your call.
The other person's not in play yet.
He will be right after.
I have a potential solution to how to get in the lead without fucking anyone else over, but do your thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So you say drop out to this poor lad that is just trying to compete. And I will make a wisdom save.
Wisdom DC 16.
Where's my character sheet? Here we go. And passes with a 16.
Oh, all right. Fortunate.
That is unfortunate.
How much damage am I taking?
That's a great question.
And what do you want me to roll? Con for holding this?
No, you don't have to roll anything for holding it.
Oh.
The only reason I was
Emrys
rolling
rolled it
Constitution
because
is
he's
because I'm
spell.
holding a spell transformation.
That's right, baby.
Oh, well, I am also holding. Oh, no.
No, you're not. Not. Yeah, the Harrison's the one that has
You're
the
taking-
enlarge, right? Enlarge
Yeah,
boost,
Herod's doing enlarge. Yeah.
18 fire damage.
Ooh, boy,
You
getting
do have to. You do have to roll concentration for your aura vitality.
Yeah, that's what
You
Oh.
do? I was under the impression Aura of Vitality was just always up at all times.
It says concentration up to 1 minute.
He is.
Oh,
have
I'm
a-
thinking of the wrong aura then.
Indubitably.
It's a spell.
No, I have what's it called? The other spell that or the other or
There's a that's what I'm thinking of. Okay.
yeah, and that just is
I was wrong. Simple as that.
12.
So you succeed, and you're still concentrating.
Cool.
Anything that's 10 or higher.
And then I guess my bonus action, I'm gonna heal myself.
Nope, it's okay.
I
It's
can
my
do
chair's
that.
off. You're good.
That up.
So the fire damage happens at the end of your turn, so you wouldn't be able to bonus
Okay,
action
pardon me. Okay, yeah. Okay.
heal until next turn.
So yeah, I don't just walk on there and take fire damage.
So if you
next
can mark it on your character, you can just right click
I
your
did.
character, go to HP, reduce it by.
I did that.
18.
It just not showed up.
There it goes. Thanks.
Mhm.
Now it's the fourth person. And the fourth person only has 30 feet of movement. Comes up there and will take damage. Yikes, that's the most. Now at the top of the turn order, back to the first warrior. And
Opportunity grapple.
yeah. So everyone turns to their west of this map as they hear an eruption spewing out lava and boulders.
Reggie.
Boulders fly up into the sky of all different sizes. Even the onlookers should be concerned. And we are going to change the map because I have no way of adding a layer that I know of.
Oh, so
So
he's got two prepped. Look at this
if
guy.
everybody can just know where they are standing, and we'll add your characters to the new map. So obviously it shouldn't be too difficult to switch. And I will switch the map over right now. 1, 2, 20, 40,
You were in the right more.
30. And I can flip back and forth. I need to. You were there.
Mm-hmm.
Chris's characters.
Chris, did the screen not update for
Here.
you?
It did not.
All right, reload. I figured it didn't because you would have normally moved yourself by then. Like how good old Joaquin over here didn't have to move.
Even updated, my character is still in the
Because
same
Fred
place.
fixed it. Do you see
Oh, okay.
gray circles now?
Yeah,
I do
fixed
see the
it.
gray circles now.
Yeah, then you're on the right one. Now we're out to confuse you.
Just. Can I do this? Will this help?
We're about to find out. Yeah.
Does not.
Just jump from boulder to boulder.
Anime hat
That's-
style now.
That's literally a tactic.
So if I'm standing on the boulder by the end of my turn, I am no longer in fire damage zone. Is that what you were insinuating?
That is potentially a thing.
How? These just came out of a fucking volcano, but hey, okay.
Um,
Each
It's
their
really
own.
cold up there.
so large boulders have crashed down into the fire pit. I'm just gonna make sure. Yeah,
Do they look surprised?
nothing
Is
is under
this-
anybody. So obviously the gray circles are where there are boulders. You can stand on the boulders if you would like. Well, on your turn.
I'm just math. I'm just doing math.
Okay, there's rulers. Um,
We don't believe in that.
Chris, I am going to ask you to give me a dexterity saving throw because there is a boulder here that's partially on your square. As little as
Grazing
it
your
is.
fur and you're about to get startled.
Okay, dex saving throw.
Yes, sir.
You can add a +3 to that as well.
Excellent.
25 if I'm adding the +3. That boulder is coming straight at me, and I fucking punch it.
And it lands right in front of you on that square there instead of landing on your square. Okay, so now that has happened on round 2, this guy is gonna go and 10, 20, 30. Okay, yeah, that's right.
50?
And I'm going to.
Oh no, hold on, I miscounted.
That's 40.
I miscounted, I realized.
Don't scare me like that.
Yeah, no, I at least tried to catch myself quick enough.
This warrior is gonna take some damage. Dice, please get off my screen so I can see the number.
Yeah.
No? Oh, Jesus.
They're burning up.
Is that a lot of damage?
Oh, they're taking more damage than you guys have taken so far. Yeah, that
Yay.
much.
Well,
But
at
you
least-
do see this one doesn't seem to be having too much of a problem carrying the boulder. And it would be Emers's turn. Sorry.
Okay, I have a technical question to ask you.
And we
So-
technically can give you an answer.
As an action, I can burn one of my wild shapes to summon a spirit. This spirit, it states in the opening line, is bound to my soul. Therefore, can I summon it even though I am polymorphed?
That's a good question because usually when you're wild shaped, you can't cast any spells, but this isn't really a
I guess
spell.
it-
You're
Could you circle a
using a
spores
wild
while
shape.
Yeah, could you circle a spores while in a wild shape? Because that's technically the same thing, right?
No, that's,
Well, the
that's
spores would always be around you, right?
The whatever the one is you burn the charge to enhance them or whatever. For 10
That
minutes.
causes a wild. Oh, can I do that while wild shape?
Right.
already
I think it's
wild shape.
technically the same question, right, or the same
No,
mechanic.
it's not because
It would be
with
different.
the spores, it's you're a parasitic entity. This is literally a part of my soul, or symbiotic entity, not parasitic.
Right, but nothing says that symbiotic entity doesn't wild shape with you. I guess that's
Yeah,
ultimately the question, right?
But it's
Is
a
the
physical
druid-
thing attached to you versus a manifestation of my soul. That's the question I'm asking.
But mechanically, it's the same. It's just the burning of a wild shaped
This
charge.
is why I don't think it's the same. This is why I'm asking.
I'm looking at the wrong character.
Yay.
I mean, worst case scenario, you say no, but I'm still pushing for this one.
Oh, that's funny. One of the characters I created I'd use is the same image. So I clicked on that character and I was like, these aren't your stats. Okay, wild shape. As an action, you can expend one of your uses of wild shape feature to cast find familiar without material components. Is that what you're doing?
No.
No. You're not doing wild companion.
What I'm doing
You're
is summon wildfire spirit.
Okay, as an action, you can use one of your wild shape features to summon your wildfire spirit rather than assuming a beast form. What does wild shape say? As an action, you magically assume the shape of a beast seen before. Doesn't say.
Because I can still wild shape while I'm wild shaped.
Well, I mean, you would technically end wild shape and then wild shape. Half rounded down. You can revert to your normal form earlier. Oh, it says you can revert to your normal form. Yeah, okay. Automatically drop. This is interesting. Yeah, because wild shape says you can't cast spells, and your ability to speak or take any action that requires hands is limited to the capabilities of the beast form.
This requires none of the above. I can just do it,
It's not
and
casting
that
a
is why I'm
spell.
asking if I can do so under these circumstances.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It doesn't say that like you're casting a spell to do this, right? It just says you're taking action to wild or use your wild shape, right? Which is it doesn't say that is verbal or semantic or anything like that.
You just feel it in your soul.
Yeah, I don't see why you can't summon your wildfire spirit.
Okay,
So want me to put that on the map for you?
in a moment. I'm going to move my 40 feet,
Okay.
and I will summon the wildfire spirit on my my right side, so opposite the warrior.
East.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to command it on its turn, which takes place immediately after mine, to teleport us up to 15 feet further forward.
Nice.
Okay. Can you just post this stuff in the chat?
In combat,
In combat.
the
Yep.
spirit
Yeah, you might have done
shares
this all
your
along.
initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after yours. The only action it can do on its turn is dodge unless you take a bonus action to command it. Summoning it took an action. I still have the bonus action. Therefore, once it's on the field, bonus action to command it to teleport.
So I would assume this goes, your turn would end here,
Yes,
and then it would go and teleport you 15 feet
That's his
correct.
intention, yeah.
to wherever you want.
Yes.
Okay. That's pretty cool. I like it. So where do you want to move it? You can move it, right?
Yes, I can move it. Okay. It is gonna move. So how do you want to do this? Do I move just 10 feet because we don't actually have a 15 on this, or do I round up to 20?
Yeah, you would move 10 feet.
Okay. So.
Well, you'd be in a 10-foot block, and then
So
I
we
think, I
can-
think hold Alt and just do it halfway, can't you?
yeah, you could like set it halfway if you wanted to.
No, I'll. I don't know.
Might be easier
Is
to
hold
remember
Alt?
if you. Yeah, I think if you hold Alt and let it go.
Is it shift maybe? No, because Alt's not let. It's control. There we go.
Control. Okay.
Control. Yeah. So then you can move your guy up like half.
That's
Just helps to
there.
remember.
Yeah.
It's half there. Okay.
You're gonna take 17 points of fire damage, and if
Okey-dokey.
you can roll me concentration as well.
Do the 17 first. 19
Very
on
nice.
the con.
That definitely passes. Next up is Octavius.
I move through the boulder. Boulder is conflicted, and then I cast command at second level on the two guys. For dropping again.
So you're stepping on the boulder.
Mhm.
Okay. And you're casting command on the same person to drop.
The two. I'm upcasting at level 2, so I get 2 targets. So the 2 people.
So both of those. And it's a 60-foot range, right?
Yeah.
That's what I remember. Okay, let me roll that for you. Open sheet.
I'm gonna step away for a moment and pour another beer.
Doesn't want to open my character sheet. There we go.
No.
Oh, I
So
missed my window for
the
another cheer.
first one, the first one is going to fall.
The one up
It's
here.
going to drop. Yep. And let me roll the second one. And the second one does not pass as well. So the first warrior next to Emrys, or close to Emrys, is going to fall prone and drop. And so is the second one. They are still holding on to their boulders, but they themselves have dropped to the ground.
Dedication, man.
take-
They're gonna
If
hold on to
they're-
their boulders and go face
It
first
says
into some
target
cool
drops whatever
lava.
it's holding and ends its turn.
that's what says.
That's what command says. You have different words you can say. You have approach, drop, flee, grovel, halt. And
You
I
can
did.
say any words, as long as
I
it's
said
one
I
word.
could. I said, and I command, and I said drop.
Yep.
So they drop whatever it's holding.
They
It's one.
drop to the ground themselves.
Essentially, they might have misunderstood your command, and something else happened that they construed as drop.
Because that would be grovel.
By that,
Well, grovel would
Don't
be a
you-
little bit different because then they would actually be saying something while they
or
I'm
even
going
maybe
off
the fall.
grovel to you.
I'm going off raw, and it says grovel. Target falls prone and ends its turn. Drop. The target drops
Okay.
whatever it's holding and ends its turn. That's how I was like, oh, I just command them to drop the boulder.
Okay. So what actually happens is they fall to the ground as they drop. They don't drop their boulders. These are trained fur and they have done this challenge many times, and they know that dropping the boulder is
I see.
a complete
Okay,
disqualification, right?
You keep your secrets.
No. I think I understand what's going on. Do you want me to try and take a swing at it, Fred? Or leave it for him to figure out?
I'm too much on drugs right now to figure it out. So
We'll just leave it there.
Yeah.
They did take additional damage from falling to the ground.
Being chest
So-
first in lava?
There is that. And you take only,
well, let me heal myself first and do my rolls for con.
you only take 6 damage.
14 on the con save, and then let me heal myself. Okay. Where is the aura of vitality? 2d7. So I took 6 damage.
Yes, only
the-
6 damage.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna put heal 1 because that the math. Okay. That's it.
Good. And then I just wanted to look at something real quick. Chris, I'll have you look at this while I'm going. But
What's up?
can you see if you're supposed to take any fire damage from your fire spirit when it teleports away from you? Can you see if like you're protected from taking any damage from it?
Okay, so the spirit and each willing creature of your choice teleport with it up to 15 feet to unoccupied spaces you can see. Then each creature within 5 feet of the space the spirit left must succeed on a dex check or take damage.
So since you're going with it, you're really not
I'm not, 'cause
there
it would be,
anywhere.
it'd be the impact crater from where the spirit left.
Can I have teleported with you?
You're not touching within
No.
5 feet
You
of the
could
spirit.
have if you
Yeah,
had within,
on 5.
within it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This guy is gonna go 10, 20.
No, the reason why I put the spirit opposite side of
30.
the warrior was I didn't want to intentionally hit him with the fire attack. So
No, that was smart.
That's a good call.
Can you move the spirit and then do the teleport?
No,
yes,
move the spirit.
Like physically.
I'd have to be within 5 feet of the creature.
No, I
before
just mean like physically have it use some of its movement speed. It has 30 feet, right, or whatever.
Mhm.
Can you move it, 10 feet and then have it teleport anyone within 10, within 5 feet of it for 15 more, or?
I
is-
believe that is the case. So long
Okay.
as you're within range of the creature with the spirit when it decides it's going to teleport.
Yeah, I guess my
Or when
question is more you're able to do movement and
I
command it
move
to do an
farther
action.
than it does.
No. Wait, I'm just kind of curious how it works. You are able to do movement and an action with your creature as long as you use your bonus action.
Yes.
Okay, that was the answer I was trying to understand.
If I tell it to do nothing, it will only dodge.
Right, and then otherwise you can move it and do an action. Gotcha. Okay, cool. I just
Yep.
wasn't sure how that worked. I didn't,
My one complaint with druids was I don't have a lot of use for my bonus action. This
this-
solved it.
yeah, definitely.
It does help. Yep. So that Furblog definitely takes damage. Moving closer, not being on any of the rocks, and we're back at the top of the turn order with the guy that was tied with the lead, is no longer tied with the lead, and he is going to This is 10, 20, 30, 40. This one is going to stand on the boulder that is there. And
Did he lose movement
Take
since
some
he was
damage.
prone?
oh, actually he does lose movement. That is very good.
Harrison,
guy-
keeping him honest.
This
Oh,
guy
no, so if he
loses
fell prone
movement
with
too.
it, if he fell prone, does he need to make another like check to be able to pick up the boulder from being prone, as to not
Nope.
drop it while standing up?
He is good, and this guy just misses there. This guy is actually on the boulder and should have only taken half. Good call.
Yeah, I couldn't remember how much you lose in 5e, if it's half or if it's like
Half,
It's half movement unless you have a feat.
unless you're athletic. In that case, it takes
And
5.
Usually
that's
kill him.
correct. Now it would be Emerson's turn.
All right. I'm gonna move my 40 feet.
Yep.
I forgot. I'm like a
You'd
half
actually be
square
back
further.
half, yeah.
I'm half square forward. No, you're at half.
You're half a
Further
square
back.
Yeah, you're half a
You're
square
too far.
further
I
than
have
what you
to
should
Yeah,
be.
yeah. Hang on. I gotta set it back to here just so I
Yeah,
don't
you're
lose
good.
track
Just-
of it. Hang on.
Wouldn't it be better to teleport first and then move?
Its
Can't.
turn is always after mine.
Oh, it's after your turn.
It is always after. All right, we're
Yeah.
in the right spot. So that's for that. Spirit moves up to 30 feet, and it can go there because it has fly speed and hover.
Yep.
And then it will, on my bonus action, I'll have commanded it to do so again. And we will teleport another 15 feet. So this should put me flat on a square right there.
Yep.
And 1, 2.
You take up so much room.
Mhm.
I think that's his goal.
I mean, it does help.
And
You will take
advantage,
23 fire damage.
and I've still maintained
19 definitely
concentration.
passes. Octavius.
So, I'm gonna cast command again on the one furthest forward.
Yep. Up by
and
Emrys.
Yell at Emrys and say approach.
Oh man, I forgot to do
Okay.
it again.
So you're casting it on me?
No
No,
one here.
the guy next to you.
Oh, okay.
No, one of us needs a win.
I'm going to.
I know.
That
I'm
one-
just
There's no
making
way
sure.
I can lose right now.
I'm just
That
making
one
sure.
passes. Yeah, there's as far as he knows, there's no way he can lose.
I like the way you
Um,
phrased that.
Yeah. Well, look, man. I told the things to drop what they're holding. He's like, yeah, they just go to the floor.
No,
got-
you misunderstood what happened there.
He's got secrets.
No, you just misunderstood what happened there. I
Yeah,
got
it's
it on the
okay.
second go, I think.
Are you gonna
Um,
move?
I'm just looking at Emery's, and I'm looking at the movement that this thing has, which I can also move, which is a thing.
Just watching as this giant ape disappears in an explosion of fire every couple of feet.
I'm just gonna stay back here, and then heal myself again, because I can do that.
Okay. You're gonna stay on the rock and heal yourself
I'm gonna
with that
stay
bonus
on
action.
the rock. Yep.
Okay.
The boulder
ahead.
knows no fear. You know how much damage I'm gonna take. I'm gonna. Oh, let me do that. 24. And that 6. Okay. How much damage am I taking?
Only 5.
Okay, so heal 1. Okay. All right. That is all I have, and I've taken more Dayquil. So
Oh boy. Oh, Dayquil. Yeah, I guess you want to stay up for the rest of the night,
yeah,
huh?
and then I'm gonna take some. It's only works in 4-hour segments, so.
This guy go 10, 20, 30. And it's actually only halfway.
While he's doing that, did they drop the boulder and just sit underneath it?
No.
No. Then what happened?
No, you can't. If you drop the boulder, then you're out.
Once it's over, I'll mention it.
Okay.
Why do I roll so
I'm not
much
sure if I'm 100%
damage for
right anyway.
these guys? Uh,
You have Chris's blessed dice.
yikes. Okay. That happens. Ugh. So if we do this, um, sorry, gotta look up something real quick or slow. Oh, hold on, my wife's calling me. She needs me for Luke. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Absolutely, no problem.
You're all good.
So what do you think happened, Rick?
So you're gonna ask him later. I'm pretty sure they dropped the rocks, and then basically he let them use their reaction to catch them in replace of losing part of their movement next turn. Because they're trained in having done this before, so they basically are able to respond to that and just turn it into a less bad alternative. Your spell still worked exactly how you intended. They just responded to it.
He just wanted to,
No, they just,
Or you weren't specific and you ordered them to drop, so they dropped, stopped, dropped, and rolled versus
Well,
release.
I think that
No.
essentially what happened is that was he misunderstood you, and that's what he thought you meant. So he did that, and then just wanting to be consistent, he found a reasoning behind why that happened.
yeah.
But that
'Cause
was
raw,
my
it's
kind of read. I understand. It was just
Yeah.
I think it was realistically just a miscommunication. He thought you meant something different is all. He didn't realize that you were reading the spell because it wasn't in front of him anymore. Because you can do any of those things or something that is akin to them, right? Like it doesn't have to be. I'm pretty sure that's what it says. It doesn't have to be limited to only those. So he just thought you meant one thing
Yeah,
when
I
you
mean,
were
there
trying
is
to go
some-
for the actual rules as written variations. All.
Yeah, I mean, there's also saying where if you do so, the DM determines how the target behaves.
Mhm.
Target can't follow the command, the spell ends. But it's like
That's also true. Yeah, that's definitely part of it. But I don't
Yeah.
think that it was.
I was just thinking, like, oh, I've got a nice little command here just to drop the boulders and not have to worry about it.
Well, I mean, taking half their movement is pretty big on this too. I don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
What if we throw the football?
Phil, come back. Luke, okay?
Yeah, he's just being a pain in the butt.
Kids.
Okay.
Okay.
So this guy is going to move. Sorry for the delay. 10, 20, 30. Right there. 40 feet. And then take damage. Okay, and it would be Emers's turn. Hopefully for the win.
I move and cross the finish line.
Hey,
Excellent job.
So as he crosses, just to finish out my cheering, which would have been occurring kind of throughout, but nothing as distinct. But the last one, of course, is Emery's. You'd hear, they'd be like, "Yeah, go Emery's, go, go Emery's, go! The Elven Master does it faster. Go Emery's, go!"
And when I get to the other side, I will turn around and fist bump my fire spirit.
Okay. Does it disappear after you fist bump? Or as an ape you do it?
Yep.
Okay. Does it disappear after?
Nope.
Okay. Stays there. Cool.
I mean, I didn't hit it, so it's not taking damage, and it can remain in effect for, I think, up to an hour.
Oh, I just wasn't sure if you were like fist pump and then like you're like, oh, I dispel it and it like poofs like magically.
No,
when you...
it's manifested for an hour, so I'm gonna let it stay
Okay.
out for the duration. So
Cool. Yes, so it looks like we have a winner of Emrys. We're going to keep going. Octavius, it is your turn.
we're gonna keep going.
I will once I've made it to the other side, release the polymorph spell though, because I don't need to
Okay.
carry the boulder anymore.
Right.
I see no point to keep going if Emrys has won.
Okay, so what do you do?
I punt the boulder, the 25-pound boulder.
Why not just throw it instead of punting?
I mean, does it make a
Okay,
difference?
where do you want to throw it? Like at
just,
somebody or?
no, just up in the air. Just gonna throw it like football spike it on the boulder I'm on. I don't know.
Okay. roll to hit the boulder below you.
Just raw d20.
Yeah.
19.
You just hear from
Excellent.
the other side
You-
of the.
Smash that boulder on the boulder that's beneath your feet, and make a dexterity save.
Okay. 13.
I should probably. We'll do
Or I
a
can use my
random.
athletics if you want. Sorry, I didn't mean to roll it, but yeah.
Random. We'll use
Athletics
your
is-
athletics because your athletics actually passes.
Athletics is a strength-based check, though, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah. Unless I'm thinking of no, acrobatics is the
is.
dex one.
Yeah.
Athletics
Oh.
is strength.
Then yeah, it would be acrobatics if you want to roll acrobatics instead.
I'll keep Dex. Dex is better for me. I mean, I could roll acrobatics if you want. I think you said I
Well-
have a -1.
Right now, your 13 doesn't save if we're just doing a dex save. There you
Okay.
go. Look at this
Sweet.
guy. So you do save.
Okay.
But you are going to take
Am I
some
in the
damage. You are now standing in lava.
lava now? Okay. Then I guess I'll just use my movement to walk backwards.
17 points of damage.
Okay.
And this guy is gonna go
You're
next.
saying I hit that boulder so hard? It just exploded?
It smashed. Boulder on boulder action.
Hmm.
And next is this. Whoops,
I'd like to cast
next is this
Testicular
first.
Torsion next turn.
And this warrior greets you, Emrys, at the end, and congratulates you on your epic win.
Yeah, buddy, good job,
it-
mate.
It was quite fantastic seeing a giant ape complete the challenge. And then it is Emrys's turn. Whoops. I just pressed reroll by accident. And Octavius, it is your turn again.
I'm just getting out of the area. We're
Okay, so do you make it out with your movement?
yeah.
You do. Okay. And so you don't have to take any more damage.
Yeah, and I'll heal myself because that's just a thing
Next.
for a minute.
It's this guy.
Now, mate, I got a question for
Only
you.
gets 30.
Tell
yep.
me there's a pathway back down that way, because I don't want to walk across it again.
Yeah. You'll be fine.
Yeah, tell her I know it's your favorite
There.
place. Go ahead and play in the level for a little while.
And you guys would see as the last warrior on the field actually collapses and the boulder rolls from the warrior's grasp.
Oh, shite. I'm gonna go in and save him by picking him up in a watery sphere and moving him this way.
Okay, hold on. This guy goes here because now we're back at the top of the turn order, and we are good. This guy is going to medicine check, try to stabilize. Okay. Yeah, it's your turn, Emrys. You see as the
Cool.
Furbolg that just congratulated you to victory is trying to aid the other one that had fallen.
All right, I'm gonna watery sphere them and pick
Okay.
them up in a watery sphere. I've spent the spell slot for that.
Yeah, if you
And-
could just send it to the chat. Thank you.
I can restrain as many as up to 4 medium creatures or 1 large.
Wow, cool.
And as an action, I can move it 30 feet in a straight line, and it's hovering. So once it's got them both, it is going to carry them towards the safety of the finish line.
Excellent. Move both of these guys past the finish line.
And,
And-
once they're there, I will cancel the spell, and it will gently put them on the ground.
Awesome. And the warrior asks if you know any way to heal the fallen comrade.
Don't worry, bruv. I got you covered. And I will healing word him and just, oi, mate, I'm Silver, get the fuck off the ground.
Can anyone see what's happening over there? It seems like something
And-
strange happened.
He's gonna get back at least 6 hit points because it was a level 1
Awesome.
healing word.
And min roll on healing.
That works.
Classic.
Yes. getting him,
Hey,
getting him done now.
I didn't say I was gonna regenerate him. He asked if I could heal him.
Yeah, no, that's good. You got the guy back up. He's very thankful for your help. The other warrior that had congratulated is also very thankful and says, you understand the true challenge. Um, and we're going to all return back to Diasma. As a group, we don't have to worry about walking across the fire pit and all that
Thanks
garbage.
fucking God.
Um,
As I'm just hovering,
and
just chilling.
I mean, I could do it. I just don't want to.
we'll all go back to the Fireside Monastery,
Because nature's great and all, but that part of nature just fucking sucks.
and that should load us back here.
Well, if it took us an hour to walk back, then my spirit would have dissipated by then.
Oh, I can't believe it.
No, no. So yeah, so you guys come back. All the onlookers and the competitors share with Diasma what actually happened, and Diasma grants the reward of a potion of flying to
Whatever.
Emrys and says this is your reward for winning the Cloud Giant's Grace challenge, and you can share it amongst the party if you would like. She's thoroughly impressed with your actions, especially at the end, Emrys. And while talking to you, she says it's quite disappointing that some of your party had to resort to other tactics and how they didn't want to even finish the challenge, the competition.
Can't speak for them all, but it was a good race, eh?
What was that?
Can't speak for them all, but it was a good race, eh?
It was a good race.
I
Yes.
thought he said it was good rice, eh?
Yeah, that's what I
Good-
thought
good
he said
rice,
rice as well.
Hmm.
He was boiling rice in the lava pits. Um,
You hear those
No,
Orochi rice makers?
and she
And
says no.
I can't control what Toa does. If Toa's making food out in the lava, that's her business.
Yeah, it was quite good. You are probably one of the top 5 fastest that have crossed the fire pit or the lava pit.
Well, if I could
she
fly,
says.
I'd get across faster.
Can you
Yes.
fly and still carry
And-
your rock?
And she would tell you that
Oh, I
would
guess, yeah,
defeat
with
the
your
purpose
legs.
of the challenge.
Sorry.
Not so bad after all. I don't really feel it. When I was a beast, my feet were kind of on fire, but coming back, it's like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, you didn't take any damage technically.
Oh, he took some damage.
I did,
His
but
beast
but
form did.
that
In beast form.
HP
yeah.
never went away when I went back to beast form.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
How tall
yeah,
are you,
he's-
Chris?
normally,
Are you like close to 6 foot?
no, Emery's is 5'6".
Okay, I'm gonna give you a like stiff pat on the back, like, good job. No, nothing else right now. My brain can't comprehend it, but just like an attaboy. But like I'm massive, so I don't want to knock you over.
I mean, all right.
So Diasma would
God, your head is
ask,
bloody heavy.
which challenge would you like to compete in next?
You said you gave a reward. I might have missed that part. What
Yep.
was it?
It was the
Potion of
potion of flying,
Gotcha. Potion of flying. I'll add that to the inventory for the time being.
which would have made that competition much easier.
I mean, I planned on using that sphere of water for the entire competition, but that was declared
Yes.
illegal because my feet weren't on the ground.
So she asks the group, is there one challenge that you would like to do next over the other?
Do we want to do the log challenge, the waterfall challenge?
I mean, I don't think it's particularly of any reasoning to do one over another, right?
Yeah, what are the 2 challenges we have left?
So you have the fire giant spirit, which is climbing a 100-foot tall cliff on a hempen rope. And then you have the stone giant's resolve, which is sitting on the wooden post underneath the waterfall. And both are on the same map, so I'll just bring us to the same
Well,
map.
I guess, Emery's, are your feet hurting? Because the water might help.
Yeah, feet are bloody fine. Unless I take my shoes off, that might hurt all of you.
Then I don't know, does it make sense to do exercise on the rope and then clean off with the waterfall?
Yeah, a little dirt never hurt nobody.
What?
I don't know if you really heard or if you're just playing that you
No, no.
didn't hear
I
I
me.
think you
didn't
said a
understand
little
what he-
dirt never hurt anybody, but
Right.
Yeah, you heard it correctly.
I am going to move you to the map, so there is sound on this one. You might want to be ready to lower it.
already muted the browser.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh, it's
Daddy.
peaceful. What are you talking about?
I
Let's
will
fucking
have to add your
go.
characters. Aura,
See if I can actually pull it out this
Emrys,
time.
I just
Quinn,
tried. I couldn't.
Davius. That should be
Oh, this is
everybody.
a nice spot.
I'm turn
A
off
waterfall and everything.
turn off my aura.
Oh, weird. It's not locking me to. Oh, nope. That's not what I meant to do.
Oh, is it not gripping it to the squares?
It isn't from me.
Whatever.
Nope, I'm just doing stuff.
Just know where you're going.
Exactly.
I could probably fix that.
Nah, it's fine. Just know where you're going. I have my the thing that measures from where you are, so it should be fine.
I fixed that.
Okay.
Holy shit!
I guess you did. It's a
That
little
got
off,
loud for a
but
second.
that's fine. So, yeah. I guess no one really has a preference on which challenge. Nope, didn't. Apparently, didn't.
No
Get rid of.
I'm
preference.
good for either one.
Think so.
Get rid of. Why not go?
Okay.
Oh, there it goes. Okay.
I do have a question.
Yep.
For how if we do the waterfall one, are we sitting there taking damage from the waterfall?
All that we were told is that it is a possibility that all of these challenges can harm you. But I'm pretty sure Fred said that he's not giving us any clear information on what that really entails.
You're
Challenge
coated
wouldn't
in
be a
magic
challenge.
mud, too.
Yes, you will be coated in magic mud paste.
Should I take off my armor for this?
And what they do is they dam the waterfall so that there's no water coming down. You guys would get coated in the mud paste, go out to your wooden post, select whichever one you want. Placement doesn't matter. And sit, stand, do whatever you want on the post. And after 1 minute, the paste will harden. And as they are putting this on you, they say after it hardens, a single movement will cause the barrier to crack. So you want to do your best to not move after you
Okay.
have the mud harden on you.
Gotcha.
The last one on the post wins.
Okay.
So I just want to
So,
throw it
I'm
out
gonna-
there. If this stuff is supposed to restrict our movement, maybe it's best to do the climb first, so we're not, accidentally handicapping ourselves by some way.
I don't think that was really it.
Oh, I'm just saying that as a character. No, I don't think it would make a difference, but
My only concern with that would be after the climb, we might be sore and such,
and you think that if we're sore enough that sitting under a waterfall after
after a
is
vigorous
worse
activity,
than
cramps
sitting
can
under a
happen.
waterfall and being potentially sore for a climb up a cliff? All I know is if my muscles are sore, sitting is often better than standing, right? Or climbing.
Or also heavier if you're wet,
Yeah, and muddy.
depending if you're wearing anything or choosing to wear.
Let's do
What
the
you
climb
are.
first.
All right, climb it is, and Emery's will just start stretching again.
Oh, that's a good idea. And Argento will just look over to Aura and they'll start doing group stretches.
I'm already up here waiting for you guys.
Morwen's not
That's not
taking.
the climb. That's the waterfall. The
So we're
climb,
gonna
the climb
do the
happens over
rope
here.
climb. Yeah, so we're gonna do the climb over here, which kind of sucks because it doesn't.
That's okay.
You're right. These squares aren't lining up. I had them line up before.
It's okay, man.
I-
It
That's
happens.
fine. I thought we were doing the waterfall part.
No,
No,
that's what
we
were
that's what
choosing
just
which one to do.
discussing. Yeah.
I do have a question.
I mean, to us or to them?
To DM.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
The would I be able to make some kind of check to see if this rope could handle me being enlarged? The weight
You
of
want to
that.
enlarge yourself and then see if you can
Well,
be held by the rope.
yeah, because I'm what am I? I'm 220.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay,
think
so when you
my
cast
weight's
enlarge, how
doubled.
heavy do you get?
I think it's doubled.
I'm gonna take my arm.
Oh no, my weight is multiplied by 8
Yeah, you a heavy boy.
if I do that. So I would be like 1,600 pounds.
I don't think you
The
can hold
rope would
yourself.
probably not hold you, and you would know
Okay.
that.
Where be the ropes?
They're just going to be along this wall here. And we're actually going to, I guess, just visually do this because I couldn't find like a cliff, a mountain cliff like one. So,
Yeah.
100 feet, so 50 feet would end down here. Let me do. So there's our line at the bottom, and we're gonna start above this line here.
Alrighty.
Are we allowed to use magic
Mm-hmm.
in these as well?
So I guess if as we line up, Aura would just kind of walk over towards the sideline, and then probably disappear just to not because as I read the
Not
thing
be a
more,
distraction.
yeah, or at least just not get in the way. She'd have to disappear after going outside of 30 feet anyway. So just
Okay.
If you're
This
within,
this has all the same rules as this previous one, so all of them have the same rules.
mm-hmm.
if you're within the blue aura, you get a +3 to your saving throws.
Alrighty. So,
So,
Fred, I have a technical question for you.
Sir Taylor, are you
Yes.
gonna try?
Marwin, are you
Morwen.
there?
Just wondering if
More-
He
Morwen?
said Sir Teller. No. He's not doing any of this.
that's fine.
Like,
I just wanted to
yeah.
make sure that you were not missing out.
no. He thinks he doesn't see the point of any of this, so he's just sitting, chilling, watching.
Aura would be next to you. You just don't know.
In
Just kidding.
spirit, literally.
Literally.
So I'll have everyone roll initiative again. We have 4 party members competing and 4 competitors competing, or warriors competing.
God damn it.
And Chris had a question? In character, out of character?
I remember the rules for this one, so I'm asking.
Yeah, I
this
was
in
going to read them
advance.
off.
Then read them off first. I'll ask my question once it's done.
Okay, so you're at the base of a 100-foot tall cliff. There's a series of hempen ropes dangled from the cliff top. Each competitor must climb one of the ropes. The first competitor to reach the cliff top wins. The competitor who stops touching one of the ropes at any time is disqualified. You use climb speed, and there is no flying or dashing.
Okay. So now that that's done, my question: if I am a spider and I
Yep.
web from one rope to another, am I still technically touching a rope?
You web from one rope to another. Like you want to touch a competitor's rope.
Yes. Like, let's say I want to jump from one rope to another rope. I'm still touching a rope if I web across to it and swing to it, or is it once my physical body is off the rope, I'm done?
That's a good question.
Which is
I
why
have-
I'm asking in advance.
And I also
Um,
have one to follow up with his.
Is it
So it says you must climb one of these ropes. Doesn't say which rope. Doesn't say that you can't change ropes.
But it does say if you
My-
let go. That's why I'm
Right,
sitting here
so
thinking, like, if
my-
I'm transferring from one to another via a web, does that count as letting go of the rope if they're connected?
Via a web, yes. If you're shooting a web at the other rope and pulling yourself over to it, yes. Now these ropes are only 5 feet apart from each other, right? So you're all standing right next to each other.
Okay.
I mean, you should be able to
I imagine there was a
potentially
greater.
stretch it out.
I imagine there was a greater spacing than that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a spider, you can. I'm assuming you're not a normal spider. You're probably a
No, I'm a
giant
large
spider.
size spider.
Yeah. So then, yes, you could probably reach across.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify before I made the assumption.
This guy that did his homework.
Okay, so I have a follow-up question.
I have a follow down answer.
Um,
Nope.
Using Misty Step, would I be
Okay.
able to maintain holding the rope? Because this goes all into what Rick discussed with like silvery or not silvery barbs, but the
Iron
rings of
bars.
entangle-
The bands
iron
of
bars,
binding. Yeah.
bands of
Mhm.
binding.
My campaign.
If I'm holding the rope and I teleport 30 feet, I'm still holding the rope and I can grab onto the other, like a higher section, let go of the lower section and be holding onto the new section of rope, correct?
The lower section of rope, I think, would cut at your hand if it was going to be coming with you, right?
No, but I see what he's saying. He's still holding the rope.
Yeah.
Or in that sense, if
So
I
you
cut
just
a
want to
section
cut
of-
a piece
Well,
of rope.
No,
actually,
he's
yeah,
literally saying he
no.
teleports away with it. So part of it that's in his hand
Yeah.
comes
So he
with him,
technically
right?
still has it at all times. Is
Yeah.
what you're saying.
So
And
he's
then
just
if
warps
we're-
up higher, grabs fast enough, and he's still holding the other rope in his other hand. So he's never let go of the rope,
Drops
technically.
it.
It's just part
Yeah.
of the rope that just comes with him.
I mean, it's a good technical question.
Absolutely.
That's even a better technical question than the spider.
And if
one.
we want to get super technical about that, can I just cut the bottom, like a foot of the bottom of the rope, and just put it on my person? I'm always touching it then.
So
tie it
we're
around
going to
your
say
neck.
the rope, the rope has to remain attached to the
The
rope
rest of-
at all times, right? So you can't like remove a section of it and then that fly up the wall. Well, I guess you couldn't fly,
Very
but
creative, though.
you couldn't like high jump up at that point or something. But I do like that. That is pretty cool. Would the rope come with you if you did a misty step?
Because all your equipment does, and it's touching you.
Right. Well, your equipment is like bound to you, right? The rope would be bound to the top of the cliff.
But
It's not really bound to you.
but it, in this, how is it bound to me? Like my sword, yeah, but all the rest stuff isn't bound to me.
So are we
There's
climbing?
there's stuff that's not even touching me in my quote unquote equipment. That would be coming with me, like an overcoat or whatever isn't technically touching you,
Yeah, it's touching you. It's on your person.
but then so
I mean,
is
it's
the rope.
touching you more than anything else.
But in the same sense, and you're holding the rope, it's bound to you then. 'Cause you're
Well,
holding
so
it,
the
you're
problem
touching
is,
it.
but the problem is not whether or not you're touching the rope. It's what happens to the part that you are touching. Even if you're saying that you're still talking about teleporting with it, correct?
Yes, with Misty
Okay.
Step.
Misty
So
step.
even if you do that, the way that my brain works is that the part of the rope that's in your hand would come with you. The lower half of the rope would, from the bottom part of your hand that doesn't come, would then separate and fall to the ground, and it would also be separated from the upper part of the rope from the top of the hand up. So
Well,
you would
then
still
how
definitely
would
be
the-
holding a section of the rope, but it wouldn't like warp through space and time with you. I don't think that's really the way that would work
Then how would the bands teleport with you?
because they're just
They're not
physically
bound.
they're physically on you.
So
They're
in
no
the same
they're
sense,
no
the
more bound to you than the rope that's in your hand. It's just the part of the rope that you're holding comes with you. No other part would physically be able to. You're not opening up like a wormhole that it warps through with you like Rick and Morty style, as far as my understanding. You're just teleporting yourself and anything that's on you or considered with you.
Yeah, it's not like Dimension Door,
Mhm.
right? You're not opening a portal
Right.
that's 30 feet away and walking through the portal.
Which means you would be able to shift anything, that you could push through it or throw through it or whatever as well. Yeah, this is a little different.
the like if we send this to Vivian.
So like the bands that were on Chris were on Chris, right?
Yeah.
The same way that his backpack is on him because it's over his shoulders and
Right.
it's attached to his
Then
body.
It's
in
kind of
that
like
same
when
sense,
Chris
then it's-
jumped out. Oh, you weren't there for it. When
Yeah,
Chris
perfect.
jumped out of the tower with somebody, right? Like they didn't take damage because it was like he was wearing that person.
Right.
The person wasn't really attached to anything else.
And in all honesty, I think we're kind of overcomplicating it to a degree because, like, Basically, I think what he's telling you is teleporting is probably not as feasible.
Am I going
Ultimately.
first in this thing?
Are you what?
I'm going first.
Or at least
Oh,
maybe Misty stuff
yes.
is not as feasible. I don't know. We'd have to see if there's other
Yeah,
methods.
so I would
but-
say
Well, there's
you
also
can't
like
misty
the
step
difference between
through it.
teleportate like
There's lots of different kinds of teleportation is the problem, but in general, teleportation does at least follow some kind of rules. I do agree with you. Like if you were shadow stepping with Mallow, that'd be a different thing as well because you're going into a shadow, so it's a matter of
I don't want to see
you
your
know
character.
what
how
if
does
I
that
tie
work?
the
But
bottom of the rope to me?
it would still. I mean, it's up to Fred at that point, but it would probably still have a limiting factor of where there's a point where that rope stops being considered as part of you, and it just would
But then
cut the rope
uh,
and bring part of it with you, and the other part would
So
stay.
it would either be attached to you, right? You would teleport your 30 feet up, and it would no longer be attached to the top of the cliffside, which means now you're 30 feet up, and you have nothing to grab a hold of because the rope is now just going to fall off the top of the cliff.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I mean, to my point, regardless of how it happens, essentially what he's saying is because even if the rope stays a part of you, if it's teleporting with you, that means it stops being attached to something it's attached to. Like at some point, the rope, has to be relieved of something to come with you, right? So
I do like it, and we could discuss it more like after and everything because I always think
well, in
that
all
Missy
honesty,
Step
I'm
and
probably going to throw
bindings
something
and all that stuff
similar
is
at
crazy.
you. I think it's
Okay.
just flavor-wise might be just different enough. I don't know if you want to just get started just for the sake of seeing, do
Okay.
it when we get there.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so I gave the rules.
Mhm.
We're using climb speed. If anybody doesn't know, um, climb speed
Is double movement.
If you don't have
is
climb speed,
half your
it's
movement.
yeah, exactly. If you do have it,
While
climb speed, it's
climbing,
however
each
much.
foot of movement costs one extra foot,
Hmm.
unless the creature has a climbing speed. So if you have 30 feet, you can only move 15 unless you actually have a climb
Where
speed.
would it
That's
say
why I'm
that?
assuming Emrys was talking about Spider because Spider would have a climb speed
Yep,
and they would be able to move
Yeah, I
all
don't
their
have
movement.
climb.
makes sense.
Um, okay, so top of the order is Octavius, or well, if anybody wants to do any initial buffs before we start the race, you're welcome to.
I guess to find that, can I do something to someone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did stuff to other people last one, right? We
Are
did
you
enlarge,
sure?
reduce,
So I
and
guess
stuff.
if it takes an action now, does that use up my first action during the race?
Nope.
No? I'm gonna look at this
What
competitor
checks?
that's
What kind
directly
of
to my
checks?
west.
Okay.
And I will once again brush my hair out of my face and just.
Panache.
That's exactly right. Oh, hello, good sir. My first time doing a challenge like this, and I have to say I'm a little nervous. Would you mind just taking it easy on me? As I panache him and try and charm him into maybe taking it a little easier on me.
And
That's
what is the
my.
save on
Yeah,
that?
so I gotta roll it first. I'm just making sure I'm rolling the right thing. Where is it? Persuasion check contested by a creature's insight. The persuasion is 21.
And what's insight? I
Insight.
don't have those.
The creature's
Oh,
insight, yeah. So,
yeah, what stat is that?
Wisdom.
Okay, thanks. Did not roll a 21, but came pretty close.
Batting doe eyes, just please.
So you want this person to take it easy
I'm
on
just
you.
asking to take it easy on us, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what his, idea of that'll be, I guess, but
Is-
for the next minute at least, he's gonna think that, yeah, maybe I should take it easy on these guys.
Y'all are fucked, mate.
Emery, shh, shh, you're not helping.
Just being honest.
You feel like a pressure of like hands on your shoulders, just like pinching, like stop.
The fuck?
Yeah, and this warrior would look at you and say, "Take it easy on you? Of course. I can make it very easy on you."
I mean that I'm nervous and want to
I don't
win,
like
so
that.
if you could just think of me as someone not as apt for the challenges, maybe, and don't go as hard as normal?
Like if you were my son?
No, like if I was your dying grandmother who wanted one more success in life before passing to the grave.
Okay. Okay.
Just
That's-
okay.
He's just, yeah,
You,
he's just
you
like,
just see a panther standing next to you with a paw on its face, like, God damn it, son.
I
okay.
have a question.
Yep.
What checks are we making climbing up this?
That will be determined as soon as we start.
Yeah, I'm all set
like
for
to
that, by the way.
start.
I'm gonna activate Blade Song then.
Ah, interesting.
If you just want to link that in the chat so everyone can see. Anyone else before we start?
Not until my turn.
I'm just gonna put this. We'll do Charmed on that guy. So Blade Song's gonna give you a bonus to acrobatic checks, right? Or advantage? Yeah, that's what I thought. Awesome. So Octavius,
Probably
you
smart.
start.
Yeah. So I wanna. We're going up, right? I'm just like clarifying. This is
Yeah,
we
this
go
is
down
sailing
to the
up
bottom
background.
line, but the intention is
actually
we're
going
climbing up a rope.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
So I want to. I'm gonna crouch down, and I want to know if I can use my athletics to roll to jump higher than I normally can because I'm not wearing my armor.
Okay, so a high jump is
It's
You
3
leap
plus
into the
your
air.
strength modifier.
3 plus your strength modifier. If you move at least 10 feet
In a straight line before.
before you jump. If you do a standing jump, it's only half of that distance.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, 20 rounding down is 10. It's fine. And I'm already 7 feet tall, basically. But I was like, can I use my athletics to?
Oh no, it's just
surpass
your. So just so you know, I think this one is just the modifier. So if you're at 20, it's a +5, so it's 8 feet. If it would be halved, it's 4 feet. You'd be jumping high.
Modifier? Yes. No, you're right.
Yeah, just so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You're right.
The difference is like the long jump is the
Yeah.
full score. The other, I just remember
Yeah.
that part. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, could I make an athletics check to jump further since I'm not wearing my armor that I'm usually wearing?
No.
Then I'm
So
just
how much would a high jump be for you?
technically 4 feet. So
Okay.
you want to just make it 5,
Yeah, we'll make it 5 feet. We'll round up for you.
and then is that my movement or what's the?
so that's 5 feet. out
That
of your
counts as
movement.
5 feet of movement.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you have
So if you
25
have
left.
30, you would have 25 left.
And then I don't have climbing speed, so I have 10 feet of movement left. Then
Essentially, yeah.
Yes.
yeah. All right, I'll just climb up. Definitely.
Okay. So what are you rolling for?
What do you want
Chris?
me to roll for that? Oh, I don't know what. Emery's
Rolling temp HP for my panther.
Oh, okay. Yes. So you, Octavius, are going to make. That's not right. I think I wrote down the wrong number. Hold on.
Athletics of some sort, I'm assuming.
You have to make no rolls on this first round.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting. Okay.
So, how many feet did you say you were going?
15.
It's 15 technically.
15?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought the jump might help, but it didn't.
Did this just... Oh, it changed. Okay. So, these should be 5-foot squares, or 10-foot squares, and they're only 5-foot squares.
Ah, okay. Do you want to
Right.
reset the map?
Yeah, hold on.
Try and see if we can. We're all at the starting line still. Hutch can just
We
move
could just
15.
reduce what we're doing by half.
Either or.
It's gonna get a little weird. It's fine.
There it goes. So,
There we go.
should we reset to the beginning and then do 15? Yeah, let's go. Gotcha.
So
let's-
now,
What was it? Control?
Yes, control.
Shouldn't matter.
control. We'll have you
5,
move.
10. Oh, yeah, I guess it is a little. I see, okay.
Cool. Thank you. So Octavius goes first. He is 15 feet in the air. Looks like he's not having any trouble at all. We're going to this fur blog warrior here. And this one's movement speed is 30, so this one will climb up 15 feet as well.
Climb 40, so you'll probably still win this one. All right. At least have an interesting concept.
Next would be Argento.
Okay. Much like Octavius, 10, 15, somewhere around there. And then I will try
Climbing
and
15 feet up. Okay.
yeah, with my 30 feet of movement. And then I will use a bonus action to have Aura pop in 15 feet ahead of me on the rope. So
Okay.
let me make sure that I'm pop. Okay, please disappear the line. There we go. Make sure I'm doing a proper 30. And then once she pops in, so she can come in 15 feet within me, and then she has 30 feet of movement on her own. That's a free action. So that would be another
Okay.
15 that she can do ahead. Somewhere around there, I think. That's it.
Okay, so all you guys see Aura just come in and crazy train it up the rope. She looks like she knows how to handle some rope. Too bad Leif's not here.
He'd be drooling for multiple reasons, and we hate all of them.
Yeah. Emrys, you are next.
Panther Emery's just shoots up 40.
So you chose a panther. Can you
Yes.
explain to me how a panther is gripping a rope to climb up it?
That's what I was worried about.
It is gently putting its claws into the material and climbing up.
I mean, I've seen a cat climb up a rope at my house.
Okay, so let's roll acrobatics for me, if you could, as a panther.
+7.
Should be able to click on the buttons in here, right?
I think so.
No? Maybe?
I see them. I can see it in the chat log. You can click it.
Yeah, I think I had to reload the page because when we did that, it didn't quite do what I wanted. Hang on a
Yeah.
sec.
If not, I can try and click it for you. Just see what happens.
The ones that I put into the sheet don't actually click for me.
Hmm.
I gotta
Gotcha.
do it from.
You
Alright,
could
so
just
I can't
roll-
click
you
on
can
it from
just
here.
roll
I'm
a
just gonna roll a
D20.
d20 and
Yeah.
we'll add the +7.
Plus 2.
No,
Plus-
the Panther has a +7
7.
because it has skill and acrobatics.
He has to use the monster's stats when he's wild shaped into it.
So that is a 15.
You have a +7
As
because
the
you
panther,
have.
and the panther.
I don't see that a panther has acrobatics. as a
It's
stat.
He linked
skill,
it.
acrobatics +7.
Yeah, he linked it in the chat.
I see perception and stealth.
That might
Uh,
not be the right creature you're looking at then, because
It's a
Panther
different
has
one from what he posted.
acrobatics
that's for sure.
+7, stealth +7, arcana +5, history +5, nature +5, and perception +9.
I'm seeing that as well. Hit points 13.
I can
plus
relink the
all.
Panther page. Give me just a sec.
It's in the chat for me. I'm not sure if.
No, I
maybe
see it in the
it's-
chat, but I don't have that same on mine, which I don't understand.
Oh, now it's working.
So I only have perception and stealth. Does it say where it pulls this from?
Look at it from my sheet
Oh,
because I
it's
have it in the
pulled
extras
from
category.
wild shape. Do you have?
I have proficiency in acrobatics as a character, yes.
That's what it is. So you don't,
it's
when
doing
you
something
wild
else.
shape, you don't. You keep your skill proficiencies. That's why.
This is less than my skills proficiency though. So if we were going off of my actual one, it would be a +8.
I mean, that's not like this is Panther.
I know, but I pulled it from the wild shape menu that's attached to the extras category on the.
Oh, I
this
think what he's
character
saying
sheet.
is it's your proficiencies, but it's strength or dex. So it's a +2 from the panther and a +5 from your
Right.
proficiency.
So that's why it's lower than
+7.
yours because you
Yeah.
don't. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
He was
That's
just
what
trying
I
to
was
figure out
trying to
where it came from.
understand.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
16. Yeah. So you can move 40 feet up this turn. I'll give that to you. Sorry. The next is that it?
We can't do dashes, so yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
So then-
I could technically summon my fire spirit again and teleport up, but I'm pretty sure that means I leave the rope and I light the rope on fire. So
Good
actually,
possibility
I
of
would light
rope
all the
lighting on
ropes
fire.
within 5 feet of it on fire. So
Yes.
Please no.
Um.
I will
okay, we
save you.
consider it.
So the next one is going to change into a wolf spider and climb 40 feet up.
A wolf spider?
A wolf.
Thought of
Wolf.
changing into that one.
Oof.
That's what I heard was a wolf spider. And I'm like, yeah. It's like, whoo.
I also considered changing into one of those.
Um.
Are they having to make checks when they climb?
None
I
of us
did
have,
because I'm technically shredding the rope as I'm climbing, I guess.
right. Yeah, none of us
Yes.
have had to besides Chris because of his methodology.
Well, I was simply asking about the fur bulk.
We don't know yet, but none of us have had to, so I would assume they probably don't as well.
That is correct. Nobody has had to make any checks yet. Next is number 7, which I think is the charmed one. Nope. This guy and this guy.
I'm really scared he's gonna like slap my ass on the way by. The charmed guy.
And like knock you a little bit.
I don't know. I just feel like he's gonna get handsy because I've charmed him.
Jaquin Harrison.
Yep, I'm just thinking really
Okay.
quick. How do you think they would feel if I lit the rope on fire?
I mean, as long as you're still holding it when you get up there, it's
No,
perfectly
not
within the
mine.
rules.
Yeah, I mean you could
Well, let's put it
do-
this way: Hutch commanded the other guys, and that was totally legal. But they did mention it being kind of disappointing. So your call if you want to be a disappointment or not.
Come on, Edgelord, you can do it. I'll do it with you.
Everybody's an edgelord.
You've
I don't
already disappointed
understand.
your father. Why not disappoint everyone
How am
else?
I an edgelord? I just said I
Not you,
climbed the
but
rope.
Not
like
you.
each time, like everyone that does something bad is just all of a sudden an
Yeah,
edgelord.
an edgelord, yeah. I'm an edgelord because I made him drop his ball. He couldn't share. He had to drop his ball.
Alright, I'm just gonna run up 20 feet because I have 40 feet of movement.
Excellent.
There you go.
Okay.
Anything else?
Try not to be a dick to everything else, so no.
Okay. The
Being
charmed-
good fucking sucks.
charmed guy is moving up. He's going to pass Argento, and he's going to offer a hand if he wants to grab hold to move, to be lifted up a little bit.
Oh,
trust
thank
that
you
shit.
kindly, but
Don't
honestly,
fucking
at
trust
this
that shit.
point, I think I will still try and continue under my own power. But please do continue to offer just in case, because that is very, very kind of you.
Okay. And that, of course, I will aid you wherever I can.
Thank you.
I would
And-
like to see you complete this challenge.
And I will try and complete this challenge unaided to do you proud. Try and keep him charmed.
Okay. That brings us back to the top of the order. Octavius, as your turn starts, you see, as you look up at the top of the cliffside, you see a bunch of wrestlers are pouring a substance down on each of the 8 ropes that are up there, right? So 8. Yes, each of the 8 ropes that are up there. And there seems to be something black coming down each of the ropes. It is your
I
turn.
always wanted to be Venom.
You might be.
Is that top of the turn order?
Yep, it's your turn.
I go up 15 more feet.
Okay,
That's all I can really do. I don't have teleporty bit.
go ahead and move your character.
Here is it? Yeah, it's right there. 10-foot
Very
squares.
good. And that's it.
Do I have anything else I can do? Apparently, using command is frowned upon.
Not illegal, though. They didn't say you couldn't.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. So next one is going to move up 15 feet as well. Argento, it is your turn.
Awesome. Okay. So, as Blake so kindly discovered for me on Sunday, Aura will move another 15 forward. So I think that's technically like, is it the line or is it the square? It's the square, right?
Yep.
So that is technically outside my 30-foot range, but because my turn has not ended, she still gets to exist. And because she still gets to exist, and I haven't used a bonus action, I will bonus action teleport. So you all watch as Argento just kind of fades to gray and slowly becomes, starts looking like Aura. Actually, let's leave her where she should be. And then he kind of forms in on her location, and she suddenly switches spots with him. At that point, he still has not used his movement, so we will go another 15 forward. Is it the line?
Nice, Rick.
This challenge is as long as I'm smart about my use, I think I'm actually the most equipped for. So at that point, Aura would technically disappear. I'm going to set her off to the side because realistically, I might spawn her in 15 ahead of me and climb 15 again, just because that's the most efficient use. So.
Okay. At the location you are at,
Mhm.
you are now climbing in
Oil.
boiling oil
Ooh, it's even
that is
hot.
coming
Oof.
down the rope. So if you could please make a dexterity save.
Okay, dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Let's see. That's not great, but it's okay-ish.
14
Yes, sir.
passes.
Okay.
So you.
There you go, boys. There's a minimum for you to shoot for. That's really not a great roll, I feel like.
Will only take 3 damage.
Awesome. I'm glad it was me and not Aura. Because
You
that would
see
have ruined the whole
black-
fucking strat.
We saw black stuff coming down. and
Oh,
now
actually,
we're-
Fred, dex save. So I technically only
Yes.
take like 1 damage. And what's
Oh,
three,
yeah.
what's 3 halved for you?
Yeah, 1.
7.
Good old evasion.
Yep.
It's a dex save, motherfucker.
So next would be Emers.
All right, I'm gonna keep climbing up another 40.
Okay, so if you can make another.
You got past me? They're 10 foot each, Chris.
They are?
Oh no, mate,
Yeah,
he fixed it.
I'm been
He
going.
fixed it, I'm sorry.
I'm 40 each
Well, it's
time.
just
That
'cause
means I'm at 80.
I was at 45. I should be at. Oh, you're right. I'm at 75. I did my math wrong. Never mind. You're good. My mistake. 100%.
If you can make another acrobatics check.
20.
Nice.
Excellent.
Good roll.
You definitely move 40 feet. And we're going to have to make a dex saving throw for the oil coming down the rope.
16.
16 saves. And you will only take half damage, which will be 2.
Okay.
I think I should
There's
have
a
upped the damage on this one.
Pained growl as Emery's looks at the oil, and it just comes out as cat noise, but in his head's like, what the fuck is this shit?
Oh, actually, so I guess.
You meowed Australian.
Can
Meow.
Okay, so the giant wolf spider moves up 40 feet. And we'll have to make
Rick, I'm pretty sure you got this one in the bag unless you fall off the
I'm
rope.
I
going
think
to
the
use
only
the
issue is
reaction.
whether or not
Save.
Aura counts as me, because I think it's just outside of 15, right? It's
I'm
30, and
going
I can
to-
only go 15. So
takes.
if she counts as me, I can put her ahead, unless I use her creatively.
Does the dex save just do damage?
We'll find out when somebody fails, right?
Okay, I'm gonna use my reaction to cast silvery barbs on that thing, on the wolf spider, if it's within. How far up is it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, it already rolled, so I'll roll again. So you use your reaction to cast silvery barbs. And still passes. Okay, and then it is the next person's turn, which is number 7. And he goes 15 feet up.
I guess that could technically work. It's probably the only way I can.
And
beat
then
you.
Harrison
We'll see.
Jacquen. It is your turn.
I'll just move up 20 feet.
Okay. Not doing anything else.
I'm not trying to be a dick, and I can't Misty Step, so
Not trying to be a dick. I cast silvery barbs.
You're just
That
that's that
I
that's a personal trauma because of reasons. Don't put that on him.
like that's way less of a dick move than me literally just going, "Hey,
It is,
say bye to your rope. You're done."
especially since there's oil on it now, right?
Yeah.
Especially, yeah.
Once you get to that part, the guy that you left in the dust, that's charmed, Argento, he actually starts cheering for you,
Oh, good man.
as you are
Thank
up there.
you.
I was about to
Let
say
me.
if this motherfucker tries some shit, they're about to meet Fireball.
He is quite happy uh, that you have been able to get as far as you have as quickly as you have. He's trying to tell you it from way down at the bottom.
I'm proud of you, son.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Dad. I think.
So now we are back at the top of the turn order, which would be
Hey.
Octavius. The boiling,
Is it down by
the
me?
boiling oil is now at the rest of the group.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I'll just keep climbing. You know, I got nothing else better to do.
Okay,
Bye.
so go ahead and make a dex save.
Can I argue athletics?
No, this is a dex save.
8.
8. You have failed the save. You will take 6 points of fire damage. And now please make an athletics save. 16. Okay. Next turn, you cannot climb any further, as the oil is not allowing you to.
Okay.
Who's next? This guy.
Slippery rope. This is bringing back memories.
Slippery. 10 and 15. Yep. We gotta do a save for this guy. He just passes.
Would I be able to help the owl man who is next to me on the rope?
Hold on one second.
Mhm.
You want to help the owl man
Well, on his turn, because I haven't used my action at all.
on his turn.
Yeah.
How do you want
pull him
to?
up? So my guy is strong.
You could have done that on your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm now above him, so it's like before I wasn't.
Yeah, right. You'd have to be above him. Argento, it is your turn.
Okay, so
First,
go ahead.
you're going to have to make an athletics check.
Alrighty. Athletics. That's a good roll.
This guy plus 11. Holy. Oh man, when you heard that they were making athletics roll, Rick is like, "Oh yeah, I won." Go ahead.
No, I mean that. So the funny part is the athletics is more Ara's influence than Argento's. He's just been
Okay.
training with her for so long, right? So, but in that instance, I guess I do need to ask before I do this. You mentioned there's people that were pouring oil down this rope, right? So can I?
Yes.
Does that mean I can kind of intuit that, or I guess in general I see it. This red line that we're going to, is that a cliff top essentially? Is the
Yes,
cliff
it's
right
going to be
there?
the cliff top. Yeah.
So the stop, so the winning, the finish line is the cliff top
Yeah, it would be
at
getting
the line.
to this
Okay.
square here.
So in that case, tell me if this is of course not doable, but I think my only shot at potentially beating Emrys here would be this. Again, I have 30 feet, so from that point it's 10.
Oh, because it costs a bonus action to cast her, and that's how you
Correct.
move.
So if
Okay.
I'm on the line, then I go to the square, correct? So there's about like 10 feet between me and the cliffside, yeah?
Yes.
Ara gets summoned in as a bonus action.
Well, you would have to climb at least 15 feet to be
From
over.
where he is to the top of the cliff? Because I moved 75 and then I just moved another 15. So how high is the cliff?
The cliff would be at 100 feet.
Yeah. So I should only be 10 feet below it, right? I was at
Yes.
75 because mine is weird because
Right. So
Aura
you
could
you
do
have
30,
to
but I can only do 15. So it was
right.
45
So you have
the
to
first,
get
then
like
30.
over the top of the cliff,
Right.
right?
So, but I guess
you'd have to be at least
here's why I'm
105
bringing it
feet
up.
would be total.
Okay, so here's why I'm bringing it up. So if I'm at 90, I can summon Aura in at 15 higher than that, which is the 105. So I can put.
105.
So
Yes.
she comes in on the cliff top.
Yes.
Now, since she's there, she comes in, say, belly first on the cliff top. Can she come in with a hand reaching down and try and quote unquote do a grapple check to grab and lift Argento the last little bit? It's 10 feet between them, so my question is like, if he's reaching an arm up and she's reaching an arm down, is that enough that they can clasp hands and try? No is always an option. That's the only way I think I could beat Emery's. Otherwise, he just climbs unless he fails his checks and goes up past me.
I would say no. You would have to be within 5 feet
Of her.
for that to happen. Yeah. Because otherwise grapple would work, like
No,
10
no,
feet
that's
away
fair.
all
I
the
get
time.
what you're saying.
Hi, Bubby.
But I like it.
So
do like
she
that.
still has movement. Would I be able to have her only teleport in 10 feet above me, so we're 5 feet within each other, grab my hand, and try and, lift me up to the top of the cliff above her? Same
So you
concept,
want
but starting...
to
Essentially,
you-
so instead of
want her
putting
to
her
pull
on
her
the
up-
cliff top...
pull you to her space, right, by 5 feet, and then you want her to use her movement to finish out the rest.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, it would come down to, spawns in with one hand on the rope, the other hand down to him. If he grabs it...
She have the carry
she
capacity?
pulls him up. It's a good question. If he is adding to her, but she doesn't have weight of herself, so she would. I mean, she's, I guess, body weight. I don't know how you want to play it. Is it 100% of a copy of what he's carrying, or is it just a copy of his body weight? She's definitely got physical weight herself as she takes up her space. It's just more of what.
Well, I'm assuming each of our characters that we have here aren't wearing stuff that are weighing them down so they can climb easier.
Right.
I would think
that's fine. I'm just still wondering, does she have, if he didn't drop a backpack and has the extra, 50 pounds from that, would she have it? Because I never took my backpack off, to be fair. So.
Yeah, I don't think climbing a rope players would bring their backpack unless it had
So you're
specific
willing to
weapons
just-
or something.
Okay, so you're willing to
that-
just
yeah.
overlook that sort of thing. Okay. So I mean, the character's weight is. I thought I had it on here. Oh, I didn't put it down. I mean, 6'1". Oh no, I thought I did. It was like 170
I
something.
thought you filled out all that stuff.
I could have sworn I put weight in. I could have. I think I was like 175, 180, because I'm pretty sure that's a fair weight for both of them in that weight range.
Yeah, weight's the only one that's blank.
Yeah, I don't know why. I could have sworn I put it in too, but
Yeah, I mean that's what I would figure
yeah, I mean,
Argento would be. He's not like a heavy.
essentially, yeah,
he's
essentially
smaller
though, if
figure.
it is 170, 180, then that my carrying capacity is only 180, so I'd barely be able to carry or lift my own weight on the rope, I guess, is the way to put it.
Okay, so I would give you another check with that, and that would be a strength check if that's something you want to attempt
Yeah,
to do.
you know what? At this point, is it a strength save or a strength check? Actually, you know what? I
Check.
don't care. I'm just going to try it anyway. I think it's probably worth attempting. I mean, worst that happens is I fail. At this point, Emery's is probably going to get past me anyway, and Argento, I think, is going to be a little competitive on this one. So let's see what they can do. So yeah, she'll try and reach a hand out, pull him up to her shoulders, and then climb the rest of the way or something to that effect.
Okay.
What is the check? Just a straight strength?
Strength. Yep.
Okay. Only a +1, so let's see. Oh, it rolled from a D20 to a 2, or from a nat 20 to a 2.
Ooh.
That sucks. Oh well.
Yeah, you're not
Can I use
gonna
a
make it to the
reaction?
finish line.
That's fine.
Can you use a reaction? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your reaction is
Can I
gonna be used anytime.
use the
Silvery barbs.
Yeah, can I use silvery barbs and give him advantage?
What I figured. Well, you wouldn't give him advantage. You'd make him re-roll that.
Yeah, but then
Well, I mean, did he determine who got the advantage from his last silvery barbs? I missed it. If
Yeah,
he
he
did. Okay.
kind of
I
missed out on that
I
part.
just missed it if he did. Yeah, every time you use silvery barbs, Harrison, you can give advantage to someone. Just so you know.
I thought it was one or the other.
No, you use it and then gain the
Oh.
ability to give
Yeah.
advantage
I
to someone.
didn't know that.
Yeah. So Rick will re-roll his strength check because silvery barbs was cast on that.
A
And
4.
I will give.
No better. That's all right.
Oh, man.
The game just doesn't want me to succeed on this one. That is what it is.
And I'm gonna give disadvantage to this to this dude on his next roll.
No, so that's not quite how it works.
Motherfucker.
You have to call it on a roll. And
okay.
actually, what Fred was letting you do there was he basically let you silvery barbs me. If anything, I think you would have an advantage you can give to someone else now. Or did I misunderstand
Right.
your roll there,
You
Fred?
you would have advantage you can give to somebody.
Right.
So
On
if
their
you want to
next
give
check or
somebody,
saving throw or whatever.
that might be close to winning, or somebody that's not close to winning.
Panther. I don't know what came over me. That was something weird in my chest.
I see the best booty above me on this beautiful rope. Little cattail flinging through the air.
Wait,
You're like, I'm a bird, but I'm into cats
And-
now.
and
It
I'm
ain't the
going
birds and
to-
the bees anymore. It's the
Yeah.
birds and the owls.
It's
Or-
the it's,
that's right,
it's
owls
the
and the bees,
owls
I
and the
mean, I'm sorry.
panthers, baby.
Oh my god, I can't
Owls-
get it either way. Owls and
owls
the
and the
cats. Jesus
panthers.
Christ.
Okay, so you're giving it
Massive
to.
panther balls just
Emrys.
fucking hanging, dangling in the wind.
It's a female cat, but yeah,
So I have
Yeah,
advantage
Emery's
or
always changes to
disadvantage.
females.
you have advantage.
Okay.
So it is your turn now. So the first thing we're going to do is athletics check.
Make sure you don't slip in the oil.
It's
Wait,
a female cat. It's
So
okay.
I think is it on this check he gets the advantage, or he gets to choose which one he wants it on? I don't remember.
Is it the next?
You
have to
mentally
look
I'm
at
I'm
just
just
spell.
rolling with
Silver
the
or
assumption it's
turn-
this one.
Yeah,
15.
It's probably smart. I'm pretty sure it's the next check.
It is the next check.
Yeah. 15 does not pass.
So that was
So-
in athletic. What check was it?
Athletics.
Yes, that should be athletics. Oh, you did acrobat.
Then let me re-roll the athletics check
Athletics.
then.
Or just tell us what the plus is, if it's different.
I'll let him reroll. Hopefully we'll pass and we'll get
Alright.
done with this
Nope.
challenge.
Even worse. Woohoo! Should have just told us what
Oh
the plus
my
was.
I was gonna
Okay,
fail it.
it was
If,
only a
if it was
+2.
higher than a 15, it wasn't
Yeah.
gonna work
I
anyway.
know. I'm just teasing.
So you can't climb any further. You failed.
No.
So you failed more than what it says here. So you begin to fall,
Uh-oh.
and you fall down the rope.
All right, so I'm out of the competition then.
You are on the ground. How high up are you? Oops, sorry.
80 feet.
80 feet. I don't remember how fall damage is calculated. If you want to look that up.
D6 per 10
And
feet.
Dead cat-like reflexes, or
Yeah. Does he have cat-like reflexes? Does he at least land on his feet? Might break his legs, but he lands on his feet.
Now, just out of curiosity, was that check because I was a panther, or was that check
No, that
because
was
of
the oil. It was the oil.
That's
I
the
had
oil.
to do it as well.
yeah.
And I rolled a
Everyone's gonna
29 or
have to
some
do that.
bullshit. So
Okay.
Yeah, you
I'm
rolled
just,
ridiculous.
Just double checking. Alrighty. Well, since I'm in free fall, I hit the ground.
Yeah. If you could just look up and calculate the fall damage. I don't have that off the top of my head. I didn't really think
18d8.
anyone would fall.
it's a D6 per 10 feet, so it'd be 8D6.
Okay. So then just do that.
will pay good.
We'll go to the next guy, which is this one here. And they need to make the athletics check.
Flat on your ass there, Emery's.
Not that sweet panther pussy.
I should have been cheering for you. That's the problem.
And
Alright, so that knocks me out of wild shape, and I just hit the ground. Fucking hell, mate! Fucking Christ!
okay. The wolf spider is stuck where he is. He cannot move.
And that's sorry, just so I'm clear, that's this guy, or is that?
Yep.
Okay, that's cool.
So now it is the next guy, which is this guy. He goes 15 feet. I should have had him roll the first 3. Yep, he just passes. And then Jacqueline, it is your turn.
Okay, so now my reactions will change, and as such that I can give. I have to do that on his. I'm gonna have to be a dick because no, Rick, you go before he does.
Oh, you can't move,
Why can't I move?
right? Didn't you fail the
You never
check last
gave me a
time?
check.
Hutch. That was Hutch. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that was touch. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you
Go
never
ahead.
gave me a check for it.
So first thing, you got to do then is so first thing you got to do then is your athletics check.
Can it be an acrobatics check?
Nope.
Stop.
Okay, I'll stop.
So aggressive. 14.
14. You do not pass, but you do not fall.
Oh, actually, Aura is in the wrong spot.
So
She should
you
be-
cannot climb any further.
She
Okay,
should be.
I-
You
here
can
for
do.
the
You
check
can
that
try
way.
to do other stuff though.
Oh yeah, I'm going to firebolt if I can, distance wise.
Okay.
Let's see. Fuck.
Just link that spell if you're going
Oh
to
no, I
use it.
can.
That's all.
I can. It's 120 feet. I'm dumb. Did that send it? It did not send it. Let me do it this way. Or do I have to do it send a game log? There we go. Did that
Nice.
do it? There. I'm going to light his rope on fire. I'm going to cast firebolt on it.
Whose rope? Sorry, I don't see a ping.
Number 7. I was getting there.
The guy furthest up.
Number.
Dude, why won't
7.
let me? Hold on.
7 is this guy. Okay, so
this dude.
this
Sorry, I
guy,
thought he
number
was 7.
6. Okay,
Number 6.
you're going to firebolt him. Okay,
I'm going to firebolt his rope
his rope. Where on his rope? Above him? Below him?
above him.
Okay. Roll to hit rope.
Oh my god.
She's getting upset with you, man. You rolled it twice.
18. No, I didn't roll it twice. And why did it roll? Oh, it did. Okay, what? I rolled to hit. What the? Whatever. It's a 14. I don't like how it does that.
Yeah. So 14 is going to miss his rope. What is your spellcasting focus?
My sword.
Or
that's on my
it's
back.
only verbal and semantic. Never mind. You don't need a spellcasting
Okay.
focus.
Can I throw my sword at him?
Do you
can't
get 2
intentionally.
actions per turn?
I get 2 attacks
think-
per turn, and I can use a melee attack as well as a cantrip.
Firebolt was a cantrip, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you can throw your sword if you want to.
I'm gonna yeet my sword 70 feet.
30, 30,
Or is it
60 feet up. Or, yeah, 60 feet across and 30 feet up. Okay.
I'm gonna power yeet that shit. Cause
Yeah,
it can
go
just
ahead.
come back to
Roll.
me anyways.
Roll to hit.
Am I just using the rapier's attack shit?
No, you're not gonna get a rapier doesn't have a thrown property, right?
Yeah, it's an improvised weapon at that point.
So yeah, it would be an improvised weapon at that point. So
Okay.
you wouldn't get
Which
proficiency
is
or
what,
anything.
strength or whatever.
Throwing would be dexterity.
Dexterity. Yeah.
Oh, bet. So it's
Just your
a
dex mod.
d20 plus 3. Okay, then I can just roll my dex modifier. That's not gonna hit. Cool.
11. Okay. Yeah.
And hold on, wait a
11
second.
does not
Wait a second.
quite reach this guy.
Oh wait, no, that cost my bonus action, I believe.
Are you gonna silvery barbs your own throw?
No, I was gonna see. I am gonna I'm gonna silvery barbs his next.
If he has
Yeah,
one.
I'm gonna.
I mean,
Con saving throw. I'm sorry, I'm having to double read things to make sure I'm thinking about things properly.
just gonna move this guy.
Yeah,
The charmed guy is super happy for Argento, saying, "You can definitely do it now. There's nobody near you. You
God, I
got
hope
this."
so.
Did you come up with anything? You good?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be able to do anything. It's just gonna be if he tries to if he has to make another roll, I'm gonna silvery barbs him.
Top of the turn order for the 4th round. Octavius,
I can't move, right?
you cannot
Correct.
move. You failed
The acrobatic check.
the athletics check. What I want you to know is that you feel a strong wind gust and you hear some whispers that are ringing around in your head, inside your mind, You hear, "You will betray Helm, and your party will die because of it." And if you can roll for me a
What?
intellect saving throw.
22.
Amazing. You pass. But you still do
Okay.
hear, so you still do hear those words.
That's I look around worried. I looked at the owl bear or the owlkin. Did you hear that? Assuming Harrison did not. I'm gonna lift
No.
Harrison up though. Further up.
You're
the
gonna
rope.
try to pull Harrison up 5
Yeah,
feet
because
or
I can't
whatever you
move
are.
and he can't move, but I can move him. So however you
Okay.
want me to roll that. Strength.
Yes. Give me a strength roll. That'd be good.
12. That's not as great.
That's weird. It linked what an intelligence saving throw is. That's
Yeah, I hit the wrong button.
fine. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to pull him up to you. Anything else you have?
No, all my stuff is for hitting things.
Okay, so this guy is gonna go. Oh, he's gotta make a check again,
This is that.
and he cannot do anything. Argento,
Yes, sir.
is your turn. Please make a.
So, do I need to
Well,
make one for
first,
both
I
of
guess,
us?
first make a intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Again, for both of us, or just me?
Just you.
Okay. Because we are both hanging from the rope. I just wasn't sure.
Yes.
So, an intelligence saving throw first.
And
8.
the both of you. See, we're getting a low roll out of the way on this one, so you
So
can
you
roll
say.
better on your movement. Both of you hear through the wind a whisper that enters your mind. It is an innocent animal that will take away your sibling from you.
Hmm.
And you will take only three psychic damage.
Ooh,
Yeah, so go ahead and
Athletics rolls now.
climb. I think we're gonna forego any more athletics rolls
Okay.
for preventing people
So,
from
at
moving.
this point, just by nature of the two of them, Aura is above, so she will finish the climb to the top of the cliff with her 15
Yeah, see how it
feet.
is. You knock off the Australian, and then
And-
everyone can go moving.
As soon as she stands up on the top of the cliff, she turns around and just kind of like grins down at Argento, and he just sighs and will teleport up and switch locations with her. And just
Oh, he's not even gonna climb.
well, actually, you know what? If we're not doing, the only reason I was doing that is because you said I was thinking we were going to do the rolls, but to your point, if we're not doing the rolls for the oil, I guess I'll just climb
Yep.
it. I guess it.
Also,
Yeah,
if
that was
you
for round 3.
Yeah,
if
I was
you
only thinking of
teleporting-
overcoming the oil, but if that's the case, then yeah, we'll just climb up.
Okay.
So,
So, yeah, Argento is the first one to reach the top, and
High fives
he's
to
going to look
sister.
over and see everybody else. Emrys, do you want to attempt to start climbing up the rope again?
Even if I started climbing, I don't think I would make it to the top, even if I tried, unless everybody fails the next like 4 sets of rolls. So
It's up to your character.
Emery's just gonna just like starfished on the ground, looking up like, "You guys got this. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy the fact that my back is killing me."
Very well. For log number 6, which is this guy here, is going to then climb 40 feet up, make it to the top as a spider, transform out of a spider, and congratulate Argento and Aura on completing the Fire Giant Spirit Challenge. I should also have them roll an intelligence check. They definitely fail. Not like it matters.
They hear some creepy whispers too.
Way more, yeah. Except I didn't write out whispers for them. So they make it all the way to the top and congratulate you on you winning the challenge. They say it's unfortunate that the Panther was not able to make it. and had fallen off the rope. And he asks if you've seen the firebolts that had come his way, or the
I
firebolt.
I was always just looking up, trying to get here. So no. Do you need us to investigate or something?
I don't think so. I'm sure somebody below me had seen the direction in which the firebolts had come from. But it's quite unfortunate that somebody's trying to sabotage like that.
Well, at least we both made it up, I think. So
That you did. And then it's gonna continue on, and this one goes there. Would be 15 feet. Shaquen, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna try to climb up again if I have the ability
Yep.
to.
You do? So you're just gonna go 15
20.
or
I have
20?
40
Yeah,
feet
that's
of
right. You
movement.
do have 20. And then it's number 5. Number 5 has 20. And then it is top of the order. Oh, I'm sorry. Shaquan, can you please roll an intelligence save?
12. How much damage do I take?
Awesome. You will take 9 psychic damage, and you hear in the wind whisper, "What was the plan?"
Oh, it doesn't work here. Oh, there it does. It does.
No, no, I'm not okay. Love it. You hear, "What was the plan? I forgot the plan. You had no plan. You have no plans for what's coming next." As the wind blows, that's what you hear as you continue to climb up. And that guy went. Octavius,
I climb.
go ahead. You can do your climb.
I think we're actually supposed to be even. Point. Okay. What checks do you want me to roll?
No check.
Oh.
The wind seems to die down this round.
What about the rope? Is it sticky?
It's a little oily, but from climbing for the past 4 rounds, you're kind of used to it, so you are good. Number 4's turn. 10, 15. Or Argento. Emerus is down there. And Emerus, I'm gonna have you roll for the whispers. I didn't have you do it last round, but I should have. So I'll have you roll this time. So
What am I rolling?
intelligence save. 10. So you don't pass, so you're still gonna take 8 points of damage. And you hear in the wind whispers that people don't like you. They just use you for your knowledge on ruins.
Piss off, you bloody ghost.
Number 6 is up the top. Number 7. I don't know how this guy keeps catching up, but he shouldn't be catching up to them. Jaquin, you're up next.
I'm just gonna climb up again.
Okay.
There's nothing else I can really do, so.
And
Oh,
this guy.
I probably should have said something I meant to heal myself in my turn.
Yeah, that's fine. You could do that. Octavius, it is your turn. You seem to be getting very tired.
I climb.
Okay. After you climb, give me a athletics check.
15.
15. Okay. You are good. Number 4 goes. I think I already moved this person by accident. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter. Jaquin, give a move. Do you make it to the top on this turn? Because you're
Yes.
tired. You do make it to the top. Okay. So then you're fine and you've achieved greatness. And Octavius, you're back up. Do you make it to the top this turn? I think you just miss. Octavius?
Sorry, say that again?
Do you make it up to the top this turn, or do you just miss?
I would, yeah. It'd be 15.
You would make it?
Yeah, I would make it. Yeah, I'd be right at 15. We all make it together,
okay.
holding hands.
And the last guy finishes up. So all of these guys make it to the top. Again, we're going to go back to Diasma. She's going to congratulate you guys on the winnings, specifically to Argento this time. Well deserved, making it, utilizing the Echo Knight. She looks over at Emrys and says it's quite unfortunate that you had slipped and fallen being so close to victory. I just wish you would have tried again to climb the rest of the rope and complete the challenge.
I'd love to have done it, but my back's killing me. I couldn't do it again. Oh.
Pain is just a figment of your imagination that
Tell
will
it to
hold
the
you
rock
back.
up my ass.
All right, Hex.
Oh, is that what he says too?
No, I'm sure that my
Oh.
father would have told me that, though.
Yeah.
Pain is just a figment of your imagination, boy.
And then she's going to ask who had sent the firebolt and threw the weapon that is now had landed at the bottom of the cliff. Looks like
it's back in
missed
my
its mark.
As soon as I got to the top, I bonus action got it back on me. Bound weapon.
Mhm.
Oh, you're a warlock?
No.
It's a feat
You
of
wanna-
Eldritch Knights, too.
Yeah.
Oh.
As soon
Okay.
as I got to the top and was a hone, I bound weapon it, just went back to my side.
Cool. Very nice. Just want to throw that in chat so that people can see it if they want to.
Yep.
Excellent. She says to the group, does the person who cast the firebolt want to step forward?
I'll step forward.
Okay. And she's going to say, what was the point of casting the firebolt?
My group needed to win. We need the help from the monastery.
So you did it for the better of your group at the detriment of another innocent competitor.
Yes. We're trying to help everyone. The sacrifices of the few are nothing in comparison to the well-being of the many.
That is an interesting philosophy, one that we do not partake in here. We are giant wrestlers, and we protect those who cannot protect themselves. And you are using your superior strength to overcome and defeat somebody that is not as strong as you.
How so? It was a fucking, I'm saying this in character, a fucking spider running up the wall, twice my speed, and I'm superior. Please explain.
You're fighting against something that is not expecting a fight. It's like a sucker punch to a face.
Mm-hmm. It has nothing to do with it being superior, or not me being superior to him.
Well, you feel you are superior, and as to you're taking an attack on somebody that is.
I don't feel that I'm superior to anyone.
Well, then why would you attack the creature?
Because he was going to beat my friend. And I needed him to win. Needed my friends to win.
So you are inferior, and through that inferiorness, you feel you need to take any means necessary to become superior.
I'm not trying to become superior. I'm simply trying to meet an end goal.
And that end goal was to have your party win the competition.
Correct.
Very well. The winner of the competition, which is Emrys, will receive a potion of fire giant strength.
Emrys.
I lost and I won.
No.
Argento.
Or, I'm sorry, Agenta.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's right.
No, he said my name. It's mine.
Yeah.
You could fly.
You won the
We
last
don't
one.
do
Hard.
retconning here.
I will leave it up to you guys if you want to do the last challenge.
I need to go to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm game to do the
Okay.
last challenge, but I'm assuming we'll do that as like a next time thing.
Yeah, we can definitely do it.
We
It
also have the
took
option of
longer
not
than
doing
I
that
good to keep
challenge.
thought they
You
would.
guys can do
Just
it
as
without
a-
me. I mean, like, I don't think. I mean, I don't.
However you want to do it, man.
It's just sitting on a rock, sitting on a log.
You would stand or sit on top of the wooden post underneath the roaring waterfall.
I feel like he would do that, but I'm too tired at this point. My apologies. You guys do it without me, then I'm happy to sit out. If you guys want to push on.
Game for whatever.
Does everybody else want to continue? I feel bad for Sarah since she doesn't want to do any of the challenges.
No, don't feel bad. It's okay.
Feel bad, Fred. Extremely.
I do.
Feel horrible.
No, don't.
Weep a little bit, even.
I'm indifferent to whether we stop or continue. I've got the time. Not everyone else does.
I'm probably gonna want to head out because I need to go and like shower and eat dinner. And
Okay.
Deal with the dog.
So we'll pick it up next week.
All right.
I won't be here next week.
Okay.
It is Valentine's Day, and I'm gonna go see
Is
Lord
it?
of the Rings. It is.
Oh shit.
My
Oh,
girlfriend is
we
amazing.
might skip next week then.
Yeah.
We'll probably
Okay.
do the week after that.
I got. Okay.
Alrighty, then we
Thanks for-
will
thanks for letting us
reconvene in 2 weeks.
We can
We'll
do
reconvene in
Thursday.
2 weeks.
Absolutely.
Either way, I think you guys came up with some very creative ways to beat the challenges with feats or magic. Definitely thought Emrys was gonna take the W.
I know.
I thought a
At-
15 would have been a good success, but
I think I failed with a 16.
Level
so.
16
Yeah,
characters.
it was a 17.
Yeah.
And then it says if you fail by 5 or more, you fall.
yeah. Well,
That'd be right.
Well, thank you for running it again.
Yeah,
hey, I won
Um,
one. I don't need to win them all. So
Yeah, absolutely.
right. But you know that if the Furblog didn't get stuck, then the Furblog would have won. You would have won, right? Because you came before it. But if the Furblog didn't get stuck, then it would have won.
Yep.
Yeah. So the whispers were all things that I took from your character sheet. So hopefully you kind of understood that and got that. It doesn't
it all-
necessarily mean that it's coming true. It's just something that was put there to.
Make
It
you
was
think.
it was a spirit that
Ooh.
was coming after you.
Yeah, I
Cool.
was gonna use
Hopefully it
Divine
happens
Sense, but I
more.
forgot to use it.
I knew it was some kind of a ghost. That's why I told it to piss off.
Yeah, the fire giant spirit, right? That's the challenge there.
Mm.
Yeah. You guys have questions for the next round before we do it in 2 weeks? I guess you got 2 weeks to think about it.
I mean, I guess
stand-
my only question would be if we want to try and wrap it up faster, do you want to just have us do rolls? You know, like a machine gun fire, and then you can figure out what happens and tell us next time, or
I think this one's going to be a lot quicker
alrighty, just figured it
because
out.
we're literally going to be doing saving throws, and I don't really think there's going to be much of anything else because you can't move, right? So you can't do any somatics. You can't do verbal because that would be you moving your mouth, right?
Well, does the mud go over your mouth?
Yeah, the mud encases your entire body.
Wow.
So can we not breathe?
You can breathe.
That's
Got
how
two-
it's magic.
You got you got magic mud. I'm glad
Exactly.
Sarah can chime in with that. You know, save me, even though it says magic mud paste. But yeah, so I think this is probably going to be the quickest one, and it's the only way that it becomes longer is like if you guys are kind of competing against yourself. Like if all the competitors are knocked out, right? then you guys would only be competing against yourself at that time to see who actually
What's the
comes in
save?
first.
Con-save?
I am not saying what save this is.
Okay. Not
Um,
yet. All right.
but there's two different saves, just pretty much like everything else that
Yeah.
we've come across have been two different saves.
Right. Okay. Sounds fun.
Cat, it's time for bed. I'm going to go take some NyQuil and pass out. Thank you guys.
NyQuil, you just
Later.
took Dayquil.
I took Dayquil 2.5 hours ago.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
It won't be fun.